This what happened when I think about you. I get in my feelings, yeah. I start reminiscing, yeah. Next time around, fuck, I want it to be different, yeah. Waiting on a sign, guess it's time for a different prayer. Lord, please favor for me. Do this one favor for me. I had to change my players' ways. Got way too complicated for me. I hope she's waiting for me. Everywhere she go, they playing my songs. That's why I say the things that I say that way. I know you can't ignore me, but yeah. So give me all of you in exchange for me. Just give me all of you in exchange for me. For me, break it down. Yes, sir. Yeah. We used to stay up and then stay up, have sex and then blow dang. I should've played no games with you, just leveled up my ring. Last time I saw you, we ain't speak, that was strange. Yes, there's nothing I could do, man, it's true. Exes changed, yeah. Hey, yes, you changed for the better. I know you know how to make me jealous. I was never loyal, let you tell it, yo. But I'm ready to fix it if you ready, baby. Yeah. So give me all of you in exchange for me. Just give me all of you in exchange for me. For me. For real, shout. Is you at 2 keys or 10 rules? Turn up, we until we just getting loose. Baby, I'm low-key feeling you. Don't be cynical, won't fuck you over. Wanna fuck you over. And again, the truth is I ain't really here to start problems. Girl, I swear to God, them hoes can't never say they got him. Know how bad you wanna tell them, don't try him. I don't wanna tell them, let's surprise him. I don't wanna get into it, why you stressing them? I've been driving back and forth from Louisville to Lexington. On the whip, got your ass in my grip. College, make you wanna strip for them dollars. Nah, girl, I got a job for you. Swear to God, I could do a lot for you. Saw you strolling through the campus, I had to stop for you. I was scrolling through the gram, girl, I had to follow you. This what happened when I think about you. I get in my feelings, yeah. I start reminiscing, yeah. Next time around, fuck, I want it to be different, yeah. Waiting on a sign, guess it's time for a different prayer. Lord, please favor for me. Do this one favor for me. I had to change my players' ways. Got way too complicated for me. I hope she's waiting for me. Everywhere she go, they playing my songs. That's why I say the things that I say that way. I know you can't ignore me, but yeah. So give me all of you in exchange for me. Just give me all of you in exchange for me. For me.
What you doing? Where you at? Oh, you got plans. Don't say that. I'm sipping wine in a robe. I look too good to be alone. My house clean, my pool warm. Just shake smooth like a newborn. We should be dancing, romancing in the east wing, in the west wing of this mansion. What's happening?
I ain't playing no games. Every word that I say is coming straight from the heart. So if you're trying to let this go,
I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open, girl. Let you feel the way I feel, and you want me like I want you to know, baby. Tell me that you're coming through. Ooh, you're so sweet, so tight. I won't bite unless you like. If you smoke, I got the haze. And if you're hungry, girl, I got fillets. Ooh, baby, don't keep me waiting. There's so much love making. I'm talking kissing, cuddling, rose petals in the bathtub. Girl, it's jumping, it's bubbling.
I ain't playing no games. Every word that I say is coming straight from the heart. So if you're trying to lay in these arms,
I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open, girl. That you feel the way I feel, and you want me like I want you tonight, baby. Tell me that you're coming through. I need you, baby. I got to see you, baby. Girl, I'm trying to give you this. I'ma leave my door open, baby. I'ma leave my door open, girl. Hoping that you feel the way I feel, and you want me like I want you tonight, baby. Tell me that you're coming through.
on my mirror. Start to blush when somebody says your name. In my stomach there's a pain. You walk in my direction, I go the other way. I start to stutter when you speak. Trying to stand up, my knees go weak. What's happening to me? In the dark, can you tell me what it means? I lay my head on my pillow, staring out the window, trying to stop for a sign. It's the reason why you're always on my mind. You come around like this, baby, when I see you, when I see you, baby, when I never know when you might walk by. So I gotta be right on time. When I see you, when I see you, I scribble X and O's in my notebook, checking how my hair and my nails look. In the zone, when you're nervous when you call, I say I'm not home. See your face and I hear my favorite song. Should I send an email at home? You're the number one topic on the phone. I wonder if you know, or do you have a clue? I lay my head on my pillow, and you got me staring out the window. We're showing the stars outside. What's the reason why? You're always sexy boy. You're sexy boy. Hey baby, I don't know. Baby, when something now is taking over me. Yeah.
Happy Wednesday, y'all. Happy hump day. Welcome, each and every one of y'all. Welcome back. It's so good to see y'all. So good to have y'all back with us. Back with me, currently. Back with me. Good afternoon. Come on in, get comfortable. We are definitely about to move and groove right on into our third part of our book review of Still Her, the woman Kay couldn't kill. But before we do that, let me make sure that y'all know I can get to ranting and talking, and those that know. I know that, but I still need to say this for some that are new, that maybe just now be, trying to catch on and become familiar with how things work around here and how I am and, how I operate. So I want to always make sure that we on the same page and that y'all know when I'm in the midst of my rants and I'm talking, I would love if my people, the people who it does not apply to just, let's let it fly. Because by no means do I mean to offend or disrespect or minimize the love and the support that I do have from my village, from my people. So although I was not in the comments, for our little morning chit chat or whatever at the time, I'm never talking about the people that are for me. Even if they think I'm wrong, if they still trying to help me, you can be for somebody and not be always in agreement with them. So when I say the people are for me, I mean all around for me. So I'm not trying to offend you. And if I did offend you, please do forgive me, because that's not my intent. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the people who are opposite of that. And it's not for and it's for anything less than misunderstanding or even ignorance to a certain degree. So I want to make sure that y'all know I'm not talking about y'all, let it go right on over your head. Chances are y'all could probably type the names of the people. If I said, give us a name, I'm sure everybody would have a name or several names, and they won't be all the same. So, again, if I offended anybody when I was talking about nobody standing up and nobody stating the real and stuff like that, I'm not talking about the people who actually do stand for the truth, no matter what side it land on. You know what I'm saying? I have nothing but the utmost respect for those type of people. There's no other way. So I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the other people. Again, happy Wednesday. It is good to be back. Welcome back with none other than your girl, Transparent Talk, here with the continuation of our book review. Still Her by Courtney Brown, giving us a glimpse into the time in which she recently got diagnosed. So we're going to briefly talk about up until this point, and then we're going to get into the next chapter, which is chapter 8. So let's talk about something else real quick. It is December. It is the holiday season. It is definitely a busy time of year. And I want to know, what are y'all doing in preparation? What are y'all doing in preparation? While y'all tell me that, let me remind y'all of our goal. We do have a goal set. It would be nice if we could reach our goal, $5 minimum. Just to support the platform, support the movement. I appreciate anything that you donate. Maybe you don't got $5 today, but if you got $1, that is greatly appreciated as well. Salute to everybody over there in the store. Thank y'all so much for joining us. Thank y'all for always popping in and showing love, making purchases over there in that store, baby. Matter of fact, it's books for sale. We just added something over in the store. We got books for sale. We got books for sale. You gotta You gotta know to know where that little tune came from, okay? If you know, then you know. But yeah, we just added a library area over there in the store, okay? And we got books for sale. So salute to y'all for always showing up and making your purchases, baby, over there in the store. Oh, I gotta stay out of the chat. I gotta stay out of the chat. It is greatly appreciated. And I mean that. Salute to y'all that's already showing up by way of Cash App. That is greatly appreciated. And to those of you who participate by hitting the like button, win, lose, or draw, y'all don't give a damn. Y'all come through the door hitting the like button. You know, I had said I was going to just, at least get some ways down into the show. Give people a chance to see if they enjoy the show. And then ask y'all to hit the thumbs up. So, no big deal at this here point. But if you already hit the like button, thank you. Now, we do have a poll in the chat. A pretty simple poll. I just want to know if you are enjoying things thus far. If you've been enjoying hanging out this week in the study and going over and sharing together the readings, the findings of a book that we're reading, then just, either way, it's up to you. But it'll give me a little gauge on what it is we got going. Now, somebody remind me at the end to close the poll. That poll can stay open throughout this live. So remind me to end the goal. Because see, what happens when you don't end the goal, I think they just disappear. So on the playback, they're not there. And I've lost a lot of good goals. Not goals, I'm sorry, polls. A lot of good polls like that. So one of my key holders would do that. I'd be so thankful for you. And big shout out to my key holders. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all so much for being available for the day shift. I appreciate y'all. And for the people that's going to run it back in my key holders, salute to y'all as well. Because y'all definitely play y'all part. We do pop out randomly. So everybody gets a turn. And we need y'all. And we appreciate y'all. So let me see. What we said we was doing. Is everybody done their Christmas shopping? Or are y'all like me? Now, mind you, I'll be picking up stuff out of season. So it be some stuff I already, here. Just need to slap a stick on it. You know what I'm saying? Jot a name down and voila. Now I'm a real gift bag type of person, especially the last, 5 or 8 years. Gift bags have pretty much saved my life. Now, between wrapping paper and gift bags, you probably end up spending more money on gift bags. I don't know. I just thought about that. But gift bags are, much more convenient. So, of course, they will be more expensive. They'll probably cost you more. I'm going to just say that. But I don't mind. And if you're really good, you can learn how to recycle a good old gift bag. Come on now, it's just some bags you just ain't letting go of for that first time. Why? Why would you? Just because you done, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ever took a gift to somebody's house and insisted they go on and go in the bag. Also, you get your bag right back. Child. Don't be no close family, baby. They already know that bags is coming with me. They already know that bag is coming with me. You know what I'm saying? Assume the position, baby. I walk in the door, pass out gifts, and just stand there. And stand there like I'm waiting for the collection plate to come back around. I'm waiting on y'all to go ahead and get your gift out that bag. And so you can give it back to me. I think I should get a few good years out of that bag. So, I might finally let you have it. You know what I'm saying? On year 3. It all depends. Every bag ain't meant to be thrown away. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is it's just every bag for what? Why? Because it's missing the name tag? Like, I mean, so as long as you remember who that gift go to, I ain't got to put no name tag on every bag. I don't. So, I know where this bag is going, but ultimately, I really know where it's going. It's going back with me. So, we don't need no name on it. We know where it belongs. We know where it belongs. I know I ain't shit, but y'all ain't either. It's a whole lot of y'all recycling gift bags. Just get off the gas. Get off the smoke. We're going to stop calling it gas. When it's a lie, we're going to say get off the smoke. Because that's what's going on. So, anyways. Are y'all through? Are y'all done with y'all shopping? Now, I know I started saying, I do have stuff already. But ultimately, y'all, I'm last minute. I do a lot of last minute shit. I'm one of them people that have gone through life getting things done under pressure. And that's just honest. Like, now I could probably say I probably work better under pressure. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's necessarily true or not, because even when I'm not under pressure, I'm still a success at whatever I'm applying myself to. So I think that's just a preference of mine. It might come from just being lazy. Then it could be ADHD, undiagnosed ADHD. I don't know. I don't know what make me do things the way I do them. But those are all, I guess, possibilities. So I see we got some no's. Okay, Duck says he ain't gonna start shopping until you are a he, right, Duck? Let me get that understood. Duck, you is a he. Duck ain't gonna start till Friday. Okay. And Mia just be coming off that bread. That's a big portion of it too. You know what I'm saying? For me, when you have a small family, and even my immediate family is not big. So, I only have 2 kids. So that makes my family is small, right? And then me, my sister and brother, like it's still a small family. So when they get to of a certain age, money really do become key in a lot of households for a lot of families. Because you stop somehow, baby, you just stop knowing what your kids like according to them. Because you done shopped, you done picked out their outfit, picked out their shoes and stuff. And then you give it to them and they not satisfied. They're not satisfied. So you just get to the point of stop trying to force them clothes on them children. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to make them be okay with wearing what the fuck you think look good on them. And then you start giving them the money. So that'll alleviate a lot of stress when it's about just the money. But then, does it? Because it's a shift that happened when it comes to that as well. Because where you probably could have took $100 and twerked that bitch to death and made it look like you spent the farm on the family. You know what I'm saying? To handing it over to your teenage son, who at this day and age, a pair of forces, you need to give him a little bit more for that. You get what I'm saying? It makes you have to up the ante as it relates to the Christmas money. You get what I'm saying? So I say it alleviates stress, but it also increased the amount. So is the stress really alleviated? Or is it just a different type of stress that's been alleviated? I think it's just a different type. Because now you're not having to get out in the streets and go from this department store to this shoe store. And you know what I'm saying? But I think that it's still pretty, still going to have some stress attached. But I will admit, having 2 adult kids, and now I have grandkids, which this is the easy state of things because they're little, they're young. And it's so easy to please them that this is basically fun. That's why it's okay for me to buy, You know what I'm saying? Some sort of Halloween toy. Because it was a quarter. And throw it in the bag along with some other stuff. You get what I'm saying? Some grandbabies don't give a damn that it's orange and it's got a pumpkin on it. They don't give not one fuck. They're going to break them all the same anyway. They're going to break them all the same. They don't care. So, yeah. I got some last minute shit that's going to happen, you know. Fourth quarter, last hour. But at this point, y'all, we just counting down the days. I looked up at the calendar because I remember a time when coming up, child, we would be putting that big old red X on the days on that calendar. Just counting down the days. And then until we got to doing like we do the first day of school, the night before the first day of school. You know, when you get all your shit together, you get all your shit, baby. Not just your outfit. You got your motherfucking shoes laid out and bust open so that you can just put your foot in. You got your motherfucking socks or your 2 pair of socks. Because see, in my era, wearing 2 pair of socks, slouch to be more specific, was in, okay? That I 2-tone socks. If we was going to wear a belt, you had that joint laid across them pants. You got your underwear. You got your, your bra. If you're going to put something in your head, like a ribbon or a headband or whatever, you got that laid out. Your earrings. If you're going to wear a bracelet or a watch, all this shit laid out. Right down to the smell. What you going to put on in the morning? Huh? Got your backpack brand new. Sitting up with brand new notebook paper and pencils and markers and erasers and all that there shit you ain't going to use because you hot-headed and you just going to show off your outfit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All that there. The good days. Them good old days. Child, that just took me back. That took me back. Baby, you could tell me shit that year with my pink and white BKs with the lace in them. What? You got on some what? I got me some BKs. The British Knights. What you talking about? Baby. Was stuck all year round. Wearing pink and white shoes, baby. It didn't matter what other colors you had on. Them BKs that had that lace in them, that pink lace in them, it wasn't going nowhere. This is funny. When you think back on it, y'all, it is funny. But my point is, you know how you forced yourself to go to bed so you could hurry up and get up and start getting ready for school, child. Same thing with Christmas. Baby. Because see, it wasn't no, traditions changed as I got older. And I mean, for my household, as well as my friends and family and stuff like that, where you start being able to open a gift after midnight. Now I always looked at that as, I ain't like it. I don't really care for that because it's like, it's cheating to me. I get it, everybody excited, but that's the whole thing. It's supposed to be the way that we celebrate the holiday, without going deeply into the meaning and all this and that. It's about all of the anxiousness and the excitement, not just for gifts, which that's a big part of it, but for just seeing family members you hadn't seen in a long time and eating a great big old, not great, but a great big old motherfucking dinner with several different desserts. And this is the day where you got lemonade, tea, Kool-Aid, coffee, and Bubba Cola. You got all kinds of shit to drink, baby. It's your discretion. Have it your way. You know what I'm saying? So hold on. Hold up. So when you open, I feel like waiting up till midnight and opening one gift, that you might as well just, or staying up till midnight just to open a gift, you know, to get the hanks off, I guess. You might as well just go on and, you know, wait until the next morning. Hell, y'all already gonna be up at the crack of, you know what I'm saying? You already gonna be up extra damn early. So I feel like just waiting until. I think that's the better tradition for me. That's the one I enjoy. And I also started to enjoy the slumber party the night before. So everybody, including all the kids and all that stuff, meet up at one house, a house that could hold everybody comfortably, and, you know, just doing a bunch of Christmas stuff, s'mores, playing games, being very loud. The family is still, you know, completing the meal. It's just a Christmas time. You know what I'm saying? And so the thing with that though was transporting the gifts. That always, you know what I'm saying, was like the negative. You gotta transport all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then transport all that shit back home. Plus the shit that you didn't come with, you know? So it was a time where I loved that part of it, that era of it. And then it got switched a little bit more because now, instead of doing everything at one house, families started breaking it up. So they would tell their individual families that they were going to go and, you know, of course, be with family, kick it, you know, drink, eat, play games, and open gifts the next morning. But the matriarch of the household would have also prepared their own individual Christmas dinner and left most of their gifts under the tree. So when that was all over, you eat light at your family's house. And then, you know, after a night of fun and bliss, going down memory lane, you get up in the morning, you get dressed after opening gifts, and the kids are playing, you eat, then you go home. And then that's when y'all have y'all's Christmas as a family. So that era became tiresome. It's a lot to do. So you try to simplify it. You try to have your own traditions with your own, you know, direct immediate family. And then, you know, you just be adding more and more onto yourself without realizing it. So I look up often, especially around holiday times, and see how different it is for me, how I celebrate or don't celebrate. Like, it's just completely different being an empty nester. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, that is just a little banter, a little Christmas talk. Y'all be safe as y'all commute in and out of traffic and, you know, out here at this time of year, just like any other time of year, anything could happen. But be extra vigilant this time. And don't forget to look up. Because we keep our heads down so much that you're going to fuck around and look up and realize you missed a lot of shit. You know, it's one thing to put your head down and get to it. You still need to be able to look up every once in a while, so that by the time you do raise your head up, it don't look like you in a whole nother world. Because you've been so focused on one thing. It's a balance. It's a balance. And that might be one of the most difficult things in the world to actually figure out how to obtain and maintain balance, but it's necessary, especially for people who are responsible for several different things and to several different people. You got to learn that how to have that balance. All right. So again, y'all know why we here. We're gonna get on into it. So first, let's just make sure that we are all up to speed. If y'all haven't noticed, I actually try to keep the integrity of the book review intact. So maybe that'll help you guys understand, our little pre-shows or our pre-chit chats, or how these reviews actually go and how I handle it. It's just because I want to complete this again with the integrity of it still there, not compromised. And so that's why we handling it the way it is. It's our first time doing a book review, and even though I'm going to learn things for the next time I do a book review through this, I still want to apply myself and do it the best way I know how. So hopefully that helped. Now, it seems like we left off with, let me be for sure, I have to reference. We left off with CB being diagnosed. Is that where everybody's at? We left off with CB being diagnosed. Remember, she opens by talking about the day everything basically changed in her life, at least on paper. Everything changed, which was in May. And then I think later on she spoke about the actual date, which I think it was May 21st, was the day that it was confirmed, right? What is y'all thoughts or views about what we've already read thus far? We've covered, we covered the introduction of Kay. We know who he is. We know how their vibe was. We've been introduced to Eve. Eve, who is considered to be the snake. I think we both agreed. No, we didn't agree. Although I can see how Isha concluded why Eve might have been the snake. No, we did agree. We ultimately end up agreeing that Eve told Saint, that's another person we were introduced to, the love of her life, Saint. Eve told Saint that basically CB was Fualan, right? And so as a result, the love of her life was no longer a part of her life, right? So then we concluded that Eve is probably considered a snake because she took what CB felt like the love of her life away from her. And that could be a possibility. Now, remember, I was thinking, okay, is Eve the snake because Eve somehow knew already? Knew what she might have been setting her up for, or the snake for not forewarning her if she did know. So we learned about Rika, who I think was originally supposed to be for Kay, right? And Tank. Tank only had a brief introduction and out. A lot like Saint, to be quite honest. Saint don't share a whole lot in this story. I did notice how Shank was introduced, and I think that was done because CB knows she could not put him in there. You get what I'm saying? But with that being said, I noticed that Saint was introduced and written out very fast. So to me, it was like that was a clear cut indication that I don't want to give no room for no questioning or no questions surrounding Saint. What y'all think? All right. Doug said Eve can't beat a snake for not forewarning her because the author doesn't believe that's anybody's responsibility to warn others. And I know exactly why you're saying that. You're saying that because of the response that CB recently gave in her last appearance when asked why not, tell people who the guy is. Why not put him out there? Definitely a good point. And that is the thing when you put it on display, when you put it out there. One thing's for certain and two for sure. If you tell it exactly how it is, it'll always add up. It'll always make sense. And if it's the truth, then it's just the truth. And just because you tell the truth, that don't mean that the truth got to be perfect. If you say, I don't know, and you really don't know, that's okay. Because it's some things that we just don't know. It's some things I could be asked and I simply don't know the answer to. It is okay to say I don't know. It's okay to say you don't know. I find it it happens more with men. Have y'all noticed that men will make up an answer for something they don't know the answer to, just for the sake of not having to say that they don't know? Anybody else experienced that before? I used to think that, that's just that man shit. They just refuse to not know the answers. And I used to date this guy, and he had that bad. So when I noticed it, and he would take me through these long, drawn-out explanations to the question I asked that really would lead me nowhere, I would allow him to do that. I would listen. I would stare at him and he would have my undivided attention. As soon as he finished, I would just ask him, why didn't you just say you didn't know? I said, you realize you just took me all the way around the world, and I still couldn't find my baby. You just took me all around the world for nothing, and I still don't have an answer. And he would be like, I don't know. But he would do that time and time again. And it got to a point where I would be just like, you're doing it again. It just was a running joke. You're doing it again. Baby, just say you don't know. So, anyways. That's just my opinion about, the saint coming in and out, getting out of there. We talked about Kay basically trying to act as if, nothing was wrong. It's all good, shawty. Nigga just been working too hard, moving and grooving, ain't quite taking care of shit, We talked about that. We talked about the signs. We talked about ignoring the signs. You got physical signs giving you alert. and this is his physical signs. You got people that he know giving alerts, and then we move on to your own alerts. Again, ignoring the signs. Now, when last night, did ZB say, when she was asking him about some pieces in the book, and she was like, do y'all remember the girl in the hospital? What did she reference that girl as in the hospital? Did she say a girl that messed with Kay, or a girl he messed with, or she said something? But the reason that stands out to me is because whatever she said about the girl, that ain't what I got from the girl in the book. Because y'all don't remember, we talked about the girl. Me and Isha up here, we was like, I said, no, that was a girl that just knew him. I felt like, from what I read, the girl in the hospital was just a girl who knew him, knew Kay and the baby mama. Right? And I'm referencing pieces of the interview, the question and answer that they hosted over on Payday's page last night. Somebody help me out. Do y'all remember what she said, what she referenced as? Okay, OP, but what did she say? Because last night, that's what I'm saying. When I was listening last night, I didn't get that it was the same type of relationship. In the book, it would make you feel like it was just a common person. But in listening last night, I kind of felt like it was somebody that also messed with Kay. So was that a slip of the tongue? I mean, did she misspeak? All right, so anyways, we also learned about, let me go back. Her very own trip to the hospital and how she got there. Right? She obviously, put it off for some time. And then, finally, I guess she couldn't ignore it anymore. So she go ahead and she goes to the doctor. And remember, first she tested negative. Now, that's another thing. Because listening to the story be told and talked about, it's a different vibe than what I get from when I read. It's like all of those things that she might have been going through, the things that she said that she dealt with and was going through, they didn't come across in the book. It wasn't conveyed in the book. And I felt like that was interesting because, remember, initially on our very first live, before they started, all this chaos, I was talking about how I would prefer to read the book because I felt like if a person could sit down and read the book, then they have time to pour every, ounce of emotion, every thought. I felt like that would be a place to do it, So when I'm listening and I'm hearing it be spoke about, and all of that is said, which is what I assumed had happened, but it wasn't put in the book. I don't know. It made me think like, wow, I just couldn't understand why wouldn't some of that, that hurt and pain be put in there, because those are the things that, in my opinion, readers need to see and know, because I don't want to say the object is to scare people. It's not, but it's the object to me is to, make it alarming. It should be alarming Do y'all understand what I'm saying? All right, so we went through that. Now we know that she's already went to the hospital. She's got diagnosed. She's thinking back. She's having all these emotions, probably some denial. And then she needs to get this out. So she tells somebody. Of course, she tells the people closest to her. And, from there, the support system is being formed. Not that it wasn't there so much, but now it needs to be there in a different way. So that is her mom and her sister. So we're getting ready to go into chapter 8. And so chapter 8, hey, put a purple heart if we all on the same page. Are we up to speed? If we're up to speed, drop a purple heart in the chat. And salute to everybody that's coming in. I see y'all. Shout out to y'all over there in the store as well. Thank y'all so much for joining us. We're just about to start chapter 8 of our review. I just want to make sure everybody is following. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, we're on the same page. I've just refreshed your memory. And we're going to get on into chapters 8 through 11. And you know what? I know I can count on the hearts that I seen come up the chat. Those are hearts that I know every single time when it's some chat participation being asked of y'all, I can count on y'all. If y'all in the room, y'all, I can count on y'all. And trust me when I say that matters to me. It really do. All right, so chapter 8 is basically about telling him or confronting him or bringing it to him. I guess it depends on, who you are as the reader. But it's about, let me see. He's trying to lie. He's trying to act like, pretty much like he was before. Putting on a mask. As if he don't know what's going on. Like she helping him to it. Right? So, I'm pretty sure, she's going crazy inside. And at this time, I mean, who are you going to think about when you get this such diagnosis? The first thing you're going to start to do is go in your memory, of who you was with. So that's what she did. So for her, it was the last person. And that happened to be Kay. So she talks about, thinking back, he came to mind. Immediately after this is confirmed, and I guess, she got a second to get her thoughts together. Now she's thinking about him. Now, to be able to say why she thought about him, it could be for several different reasons. I mean, it could have been he came to mind because I know I've been sleeping with him. And we don't know if this person, this character, CB, have been with other people. We don't know if it's a open relationship. We don't know. All we know is what's provided right here. But if he was the only person that she was with, that was her boyfriend, she was being loyal and wholesome to him, then quite naturally, you're thinking about who you have been with, right? She reached out to him. And she got right to it. She didn't, it wasn't no, hey, ease into it. See, to me, the way that it's presented, she reaching out from a person who knew their status prior to. So, when you know that you're clean, and it's just as me, when you know you clean and you only been with such and such, there ain't no need to call with no bullshit, ring around the bush. If something come up, I don't give a damn if it's a bacteria infection. If it can be transferred through sex. If something come up and you only been with one individual, then that's who you calling. And it ain't no need for no pleasantries. It ain't no need. So from the words that she write, that's exactly what happened. That to me, that's the person that she was when she dialed the number. And so she didn't take her time about it. She got right to it. She gave him, her diagnosis. And he was just way too calm. He was just way too, the way he would have sent, I don't know, all kind of stuff down. Even though before that, depending on how long you had been in a relationship with the last man, because this stuff can lie there kind of seemingly dormant, you know what I'm saying, for quite some time to my understanding. So, to me, you're not out of the woods just yet, because the more you start to find out about this diagnosis, the more it makes you think about your past. And so if somebody says that, well, this could have been here for the last 2 years, then unless this has been it for the last 2 years, then you got some thinking to do. And perhaps some motherfucking informing to do, right? I'm just saying. So I want to make sure we keep everything in perspective. So anyways, his response, the way he answers the phone and the way he communicating back to her, it ain't like no normal nigga. Not no nigga that was clean and, nothing to hide, and now just been told that at the fucking minimum, you've been exposed. At minimum. So I just can't imagine somebody completely caught off a guard, clean, innocent, getting this kind of news about the exposure of it and being real calm and chill and voice don't never change and no panic or nothing. Instead, a very calmly say some shit like, what you want me to do? Because that's what, let me make sure that's what he said. Let me see. He says, if I'm not mistaken, that is what his response was after she told him. Dang, let me find it, y'all. Yeah, that's exactly what he said, because it's quoted. What do you want me to do? You want me to get tested, right? That's what he asked her. What do you want me to do? You want me to get tested. Again, she says, with no, urgency or nothing. And wrong response. Wrong response. What do you mean what I want you to do? Why do you need to ask me about getting tested? And I just told you, like I said, at minimum, the possibility that you've been exposed, the possibility of exposure to this. And you're asking me, do I want you to? Not making a statement, but just asking me. So, that would have set off alarms to me as well. I do get that do alarm her. She like, feeling the same thing that I'm expressing. Like, you are way too calm. You are way too relaxed and seemingly unbothered by this devastating, gut punching news that I just delivered to you. So he then says he's going to be tested. Right? He says he's going to be tested. And she's basically take his word for it and say, keep me posted. Right? Keep me posted. So it moves on. She felt like that was bullshit. She felt like, from what I read, she felt like that unless she stayed on it, he probably wasn't one of the people that was going to do it. She didn't believe that he was actually going to go. But nonetheless, she still had to take his word for what he said. And she just said, keep her posted, right? So then she talks about the fake result, right? So this is a point in which now he supposedly done went got tested. So, of course, he gets in touch and tell her they said he was good, right? He said he good. She said he didn't have no type of, no difference. So I would assume that means his energy, his vibe, his tone is the same as it was when he was way too calm when she first delivered it to him. So she says that he don't even check on her. When he called to give her the results, he didn't bother to ask her, knowing that she has just been diagnosed. You call her and you don't have no kind of empathy or concern, sympathy. Like, this was just somebody you was kicking it with heavy, off and on. But anyways, he didn't ask any of that. She said something about hearing from him basically disgusted her. So I have to imagine that him being on that phone, telling them lies, because at this point, that's what she got to be thinking, he lying. Telling them lies is just making, it's just making her blood boil. You know what I'm saying? With somebody lying and you know they lying, but what else is it for you to do? This is the time that she talks about basically just realizing that he not in no uproar, he not bothered, he not reacting like a man who actually is negative, because he's not, and he's been there, and he knows. This is what she feel like. She felt like he knew already, and this is why she can't get the response that she expected. Now, let's go back. Do you think that she even had any expectation of a response? Because I don't know. I don't think that with all this going on, that there is really much time to think about what you want him to say. What you praying he say. What are you expecting him to say? Because see, that would be one of the questions that I would ask. What would you have wanted him to say? What did you expect for him to say? And I'm only asking it because I know that it probably wouldn't have been nothing. He couldn't have said nothing that would have changed or made anything better or okay or all right. I just don't see how it could. So she's also remembering about her false negative. Remember she went and it was negative in January. And see, that was another thing. Okay, let me get right there. So I heard her talk about thinking that it was something else because of the negative that she got in January. This is on her interview. She spoke about having that false negative and then possibly thinking it could be something else and this and that. Well, I didn't recall reading any of that thought from chapters 1 through 7. And so that was another thing where I felt like if you had considered the possibility for other things being the reason why it wasn't that, then it would have been nice. It would have made for, good reading to have some of that stuff be put in the book. But I don't remember any of that be put here. Now, she remembers about her false negative, and I assume that she's thinking that could be the same thing for him. Because it took a minute for it to show up for her. Who's to say it's not the same for him? You get what I'm saying? And then I'm like, okay, this is just thought of now. So to me, that would have to be possible if you thinking that y'all both got it at the same time. And if y'all both got it at the same time, then that would have to still be by way of something. You get what I'm saying? So at this point, I don't know. I just feel like there was just no reason for a false negative at this point for him. Because remember, he's supposed to be the one that's carrying it, the one that's giving it passed it on to her. So she ends that chapter basically knowing that he's lied. That's it. She in that chapter basically knowing that he's a liar and he's been lying and he's known all along, and he didn't give enough fucks about her safety in her life to give her the decision to decide. And that's how chapter 8 ends. All right, so any thoughts? What helped me? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You talking about something you sent? All right, so any thoughts, y'all? Again, that is the summary as I see it for chapter 8. And that is the delivering of the news to him. Telling him that now she knows, basically his secret. Assuming that he's lying, she doesn't know anything. Both reactions weren't realistic to me. Wonder if they both got it in the threesome. My thoughts are everywhere. Yeah, I mean, your mind can go anywhere. When you're reading a book, it's subject to happen. Ain't no way every little thing can be accounted for. So those things that don't be accounted for or explained, people usually make up their own, come to their own conclusion about it. So my guess is that's expected. All right, so we're going to move on to chapter 9. Mystical says, apart from CB saying it, has she ever proved she has it? I've heard Broadway say that she provided, her medicine and took it on live. So some people would take that for proof. Some would. Were there any precursors to his selfishness earlier in the relationship? Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. You got to run that. You got to run the first two reviews back, Chevy. It's all there. Hey, Lady A. I thought you were going to give your opinion on the book and not what it said, because this is not the CB. No, she don't even talk like that. Ain't no way she wrote that book. I was finna say, so is you talking about, wait, who you thought was finna get their opinion? I am giving my opinion, if that's what you mean. Who you thought was doing that? Hey, Cooley. Lady Ray says, I'm not second guessing. She got that shit. That's one hell of a lie. Oh, okay. So they're trying to basically say that she would come. I don't understand why one would come out here and say nothing like that. But I understand the skepticism, because that's something that people have done to themselves when they've come out and told such, humongous lies. People start to question like everything. Everything has been thrown into question. Is this a play? Is that a play? It's crazy. Damn. Oh, man. I fucked around and let my phone die. Hold on, y'all. How is this even possible? Child. Let me see. Did I upload it? Oh, it's coming back on. So, is it a nonfiction book? God make me you not use a condom is wild. God make you not use a condom is wild. What? Why you got God in the lowercase? But what are you talking? What are you talking about, Mia? I don't know. It always stand out to me when people spell God with a lowercase g. I don't know. Just one of them things, y'all. Oh, okay. Okay, Chevy. She lied about stage 4 cancer. Well, that's a part of the skepticism. That's why people question stuff. And I know other people, can't understand it. Like me, I'm like, that's wild as hell. That's why I never questioned the cancer story when she told me. I never questioned that, because I just thought that nobody would do that. Like, yeah, I'm not about to play with nobody's story if they said this, that. But then it turned out that it wasn't true. And then I still didn't play with her saying she had, the alphabet. So I didn't say, I didn't say she didn't, because again, it's just something that's just too serious for me to be talking about. Nah, she ain't got, like, yeah. Say, Now, let's say somebody said they're pregnant. I might be like, girl, you ain't pregnant. But that's something to me completely different. Shit. Plenty of us done said we were pregnant at one point and was lying. Child, I know I did. I'm waiting on I thought it was coming back on. Hold on. Let me make sure it's. All right, y'all. I gotta give the phone a minute or two to boot up. Take that's a tired red jacket. Before we could even move on, I gotta give it a minute so I can turn the dang on phone back on. To allow any illness is nasty. It is. It's horrible. It's horrible. We all would agree. Let me see. Did Lady A respond? I think she got it. I just think she don't know where from where. Mm-hmm. No, baby. Did I hit it? Lady A. It's presented as notification, non-fiction. It's a lot of fiction and omission, though. I definitely would agree that some things are left out. I just got to point out some stuff. Now, that could be intentional. At least the little part I just got through talking about. Not talking about the thoughts of thinking about it being something else since she did test negative. That could have been intentional. I don't think so, because she do talk about knowing that is something's off, something wrong, knowing that she feel it in her bones, in her body, in her spirit. You get what I'm saying? So I feel if she was gonna go that far to say that she still feel it, she still feels something that's coursing through her veins and then that would be the time to put what that something could be is. Like, again, cancer. If any time, that's why I don't believe okay. I'm in the comments, y'all. No, I'm not putting no comments or nothing. I'm just going to be ratchet, just like CB. Ain't no way. We talking about two different people. The book versus the person itself is two different people. All right, Lady A. I hear you. And remember, y'all, I'm summarizing, so chapter to chapter, after the third chapter. So 4 through 15 is just going to be a summary. But, and I hope that I'm painting a good enough picture for y'all to understand what's in the book. But there's always the book so that you can actually see yourself and read word for word what is being said. Don't take my word for it. But I do appreciate it if you enjoying learning about the book through me. Hey, my sister. You thinking what? I don't know. I'm thinking it's someone else's story, and she ran with it as hers. I did see somebody say something like that. About it sounding like Vonnie, the Vonnie girl out of Louisiana story. And I am familiar with Vonnie's story, but not in detail. So I can't say. And just thinking about the stuff that I do know, I don't know how y'all say that, because Vonnie, oh yeah, I mean by it being somebody that she wants to be with and stuff like that. They still got a lot of differences. I don't know. Maybe I'll go back and refresh my memory on Vonnie's story. Vonnie's story is ongoing. To lie about an illness is a slap in the face to people who are actually fighting for their lives. I pray that's not what's happening. I pray it is a lie. I don't wish that on no one. Yeah. Agree. Let me change the background real quick so it don't look odd. Let me change it real quick. I think this is the one. Oh.
Hey y'all. Oh, put away. It's been like an hour and 19 minutes. Okay.
You okay?
I was reading how long you've been up here.
Okay. You all right? How you doing?
Yes, I'm all right. How you doing, TT?
I'm good.
Okay, that's good to hear. Salute everybody.
I was just waiting on my phone to power back up because I forgot to put it on charge. So I don't have access to the rest of the story yet. And I don't want to just go off of my memory chat, because that could be chopped and screwed all kinds of ways. So I'm reading the comments and just kind of, talking to them through their comments, because I did just get through with chapter 8. And so I don't know, was it chapter 8 or chapter 9, y'all? I'm just saying, why 88 so mad towards her? Is it the book or the lie she told on her? I'm just asking. Because when the book is mentioned, 88 go left. Well, I can't really say why 88 might be so mad, but 88 been bringing up every incident that I feel like every incident that really stuck on her, she been bringing it up ever since. For instance, the assist with the kidnapping of the daughter, and then after that came the accusation about the letters. So I don't know if talking about her period is a reminder of that, and it just ticks her off, or what. I'm not sure. I can't answer that. I'm not understanding the worry about safety angle. Wasn't worried when pinning it on Smurf. Yeah, we're gonna definitely get into this discussion, y'all, because like I said, especially now that it's been way more stuff said between last week and now, that when we open up for discussion on Friday, we can remember all that stuff, and we can touch on all of that stuff, because it don't go away. I mean, it was recorded. It was said live. It was recorded. Okay. All right. We was on 8. Thank you. All right. And then 88 said the girl real name. But I thought the one that she said, both CB and Josh said, that person wasn't in the book, right?
You said you thought what?
That both of them said whatever name that was, that 88.
Oh, they said she wasn't in the book. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But she the to me she the Eve the snake, but I don't think I don't know. She, like I said, she told us one story that I pointed out at the beginning, and I mean now it's a different story told, but I really believe that the girl is Eve the snake.
Mm. So you mean the person that 88 is referencing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. By 88, that's 88's sister. So she knows who the girl is, depending on depicting the story that she's be telling. And 88 definitely said the girl real name. You should interview 88. Mm. About calling him out, and not one who alleged gave it to her. He spoke on Smurf, yes, and how he told the dude she was with. Wait, told the dude she was with she was sick. Oh, okay, DD, you talking to Star. 88 seems to know the core people involved. Did y'all get all of that from whatever she was saying over there on Broadway's last night? Because I didn't get a chance to catch Broadway live, but I know she was over there. So is this some conversation that was being had on Broadway's last night? Let me know, because I might need to go through there for our Friday breakdown discussion. I'm turning my phone on now, y'all.
I was just trying to go over 9 if you wanted me to summarize it.
Yeah, you can summarize 9. It's 9, right? Are we at 9? I think we at 9. I think we just completed 8.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, y'all. Well, as you know, we on to 9. Um, and this is when, uh, she was sat down. God had set her down. That's God set me down. That's the chapter to the 9. And so in this chapter she was shocked, you know, after crying. Um well, she was shocked and she didn't realize that she was crying. She was just in complete, shockness of the news that um well, after, talking to Kay on the phone. And so
Hello.
so she look at so
Take it
she was
paragraph
like,
by paragraph. Sentence by sentence. You
okay.
know. You know what I'm saying? Like look
So
at it and do it that way.
yeah. Okay, so she said it like now, something finally set her down for her to to show her what she's been missing or what she's been overlooking the years that she had been dealing with him. And she's been, so all the red flags that she had been getting, she, it finally set her down for her to basically reach her to, to get her to understand, like, hey, this is what's been shown to you and you just completely ignored it. And so she get a whisper from God. And it was like he just slowed her down so that she can, calm herself down and, take that moment and just realize like what was going on with her. And so it's like the silence that, that told the truth. So by her being quiet and sitting there, and basically in my words, she's thinking about like all these signs that she's been overlooking, and all of it finally caught up with her, and she realized that, this is what he has been holding from me. This was the secret that he hid. And now it's like all this time, like in her mind, he was the only person that she had been with ever since her negative diagnosis. So she just, said like, okay, yeah, it was him. So then she was like, it was a memory, her, just lying there on the bed with nothing, like no distractions or nothing that, nothing that would stop her from thinking about a lot of things. Like, you know, she felt beat all at the same time. Everything was, you know, heavy. Like her spirit, was heavy. She was thinking, thinking a lot. Her heart was hurting. Like she had felt that it was bruised. She felt like, everything. Her body was just tired. And she felt like God, really set her down basically to stop her in her tracks, to basically get her to just, calm herself down. And she felt like he did it out of, protection.
Okay, is that a point in which you can pause or what?
Hmm. Yeah, because
All
I
right.
just move to the second page.
Okay. All right. So we got an unexpected two center that wants to vent on the line. So I done had them on the call for about a minute and a half, I guess. So let's take the call real quick. Hey, caller.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, you are on the air.
Oh, okay, you can hear me. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get off my Bluetooth. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Okay. There. Oh, shoot. Hey. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Am I talking to TT?
Yes.
Hey, TT. Hey, Isha.
Hey.
Hey.
So I got a couple of questions. Okay. And I don't know how to. You know what? I'm just gonna ask my questions. I'm not coming from either side or where, whatever. So, TT, my question to you is, my first question is, do you not feel bad for reviewing CB's book? Because apparently, you don't get along with CB. CB don't get along with you, and now all of a sudden you don't get along with Josh. So do you not feel like bad or guilt, or do you just think it's just, hey, I'm just gonna do this or whatever, just for whatever? That's my first question.
Okay, so to answer your question, no, I don't feel bad at all.
Okay. Okay, so even though you don't like her,
Yes.
and I guess apparently she don't like you.
Yes, even though I don't care for her, she does not care for me.
Okay, so why are you reviewing her book?
Because I was intrigued by the book, and I wanted to read the book.
Okay. And I didn't understand. I'm on the outside looking in. I'm like, hey, I see a person that doesn't get along with somebody, and the somebody don't get along with them. So I'm just like, why is she reviewing the book? Okay, cool. Isha, baby, I be peeping in. I be looking or whatever. Girl, you ain't a good co-host, baby. I'm sorry. At this point, just I don't know. I'm not being funny, and I'm.
Y'all know I'm gonna laugh.
Damn, Isha,
now what happened?
terrible. But so TT, one more thing. Do you feel like? And I know CB has issued an apology or whatnot. And so from what I have seen and what I have heard from you, you kind of don't like, you're not going to accept her apology or whatnot. But do you feel like down the line you could possibly, forgive her or accept the apology or whatnot?
Okay, so I hadn't even thought down the line. It's not that serious, but I'm gonna always be
okay.
I'm always be honest and true to me. So the apology, you're right. Apology was given, but hours later, a statement was made that the apology was only given just to move forward. It was not an apology. So my point is, it was it was a worthless apology. First of all, so let's be clear about that.
Okay.
And then,
and
you speak about down the line. Could I? Down the line, I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. I mean, it's not. It's only personal because they made it personal. If you understand.
Okay. And you know what? I'm gonna end it with this. I'm glad I called into the hotline because it made more sense. It's like now I'm seeing both points, if that makes sense. So, like I said, I didn't mean no disrespect. I just had a couple of questions. But TT, you need to get rid of Isha. All right, love you. Bye.
Oh wow. And to piggyback, I don't feel disrespected I don't feel disrespected at all. You know what I'm saying? I would much rather have people ask me than to assume and just go off of what they being told. You know what I'm saying? And that person, whoever that was, they ain't the only one that don't know how this started. They ain't the only one that don't know. Like, I'm under the impression that this person kind of feels like if you don't like a person, then it makes no sense to read their material or shop at their store or something like that, you know? And it's a lot of people that feel like that. I'm not one of them. Remember, y'all, I'm the same person that go watch people I don't like. And I tell y'all that regularly. I will promote them occasionally if I want everybody to be on the same page. Like, yeah, I don't think like that. And that's okay. Should be okay. We don't all think alike. Isha, you want to say something?
I mean, I didn't take none offense to what she said. It just seemed like she was up there for CB.
Oh, okay. Did you recognize who it is or something?
Huh?
Did you know who that is or something?
No, but I just
Oh, okay.
assumed because it was all the questions was like, TT, well, do you think you'll be able to,
Yeah.
basically forgive her and all of that? It's just like, you're not on nobody's side, but you're basically asking the questions for CB. Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, I was a little, I don't know, because
I mean, everybody know what's going on, but it's neither here nor there.
I genuinely was like, I kept it simple, but I was thinking, what did I did? Is there anything for me to be sorry or feel sorry about?
No.
I mean, no. I mean, I was thinking it to myself because I know I ain't done nothing. So what I didn't. I don't know. But again, she might not be the only person that feel like I needed to be sorry about something. So it is what it is. We'll get to
I
the thing.
mean, for what is because it seems like, her diagnosis may have played, on a lot of people's emotions and feel like, oh, how could you be, into it with her when,
I agree.
this is going on.
Yeah.
So, but again, it just seems like, it was for her,
And
if it
that's my
is, you don't have to get up there and say like, I'm on nobody's side.
Well, see, that's my point when I try to point out that she's making it a thing to weaponize her diagnosis by preaching, putting in the people's head that I drug her diagnosis, knowing that wasn't. So I understand the game. I'm not confused. We got the caller. We got a caller on the line. Hey, caller, you there?
Hey, TT. Hey, Isha. How y'all doing today?
I'm good.
Hey,
Thank you for
right.
asking.
Okay, so I'm gonna be short and quick, cause I'm just listening and listen to the previous caller and just kind of listening to what has been said on other panels, and it, to me, it's so stupid for somebody to say, but if you don't like her, why are you reviewing her book? That's like, I don't like P. Diddy, but I watched his documentary because I was intrigued by it. The same way I like Saints. Who that? That's my team. I watch any other team on football because I like football. Doesn't necessarily mean that just because I don't like a certain team, I'm not going to watch it. It's football. I'm so tired of people talking about, if you don't like her, why are you reading her book? Why are you reviewing her book? Just think about it. If her book wouldn't be selling, whether somebody is not selling based on the fact if you like her or not. It's selling if somebody's intrigued by the story and wants to know about the story, or maybe in the same predicament that she in, and just kind of read it. So it's just stupid for people to continue to say, why, if you don't like her, why get her book, why read her book? So what? So what?
I agree.
Yeah, I could go to a restaurant that,
can.
I could go to a restaurant that my favorite restaurant. Today I might order this besides what I normally order. It's nasty. It's not going to get me to stop going back to my favorite restaurant. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Yeah.
It makes plenty of sense.
Yeah, it's just stupid that I'm keep hearing people, well, if you don't like her, why review the book? That's stupid. That is so stupid to me.
Well, the only thing I think that the angle in which I think they come from when they say that is to support that this is out of spite.
But it's not, because if it's out of sight, then you wouldn't have bought a book, and you wouldn't be reviewing.
Spent your money.
You're reviewing
Right.
it because, like you said, you was intrigued by the story, so I'm going to buy it. At the same time, it is kind of supporting her, but just because I don't like her doesn't mean I don't wish her success. I don't wish her to, be comfortable in her skin or move forward. And you know what I'm saying? Like I just don't understand people's anger when they come at that, because I'm a person that, okay, yeah, I might not like you or I might not, F with you, but at the same time, I don't have to hang out with you. I don't have to be around you. But if I see you and, just naturally, I'm going to be cordial. It's
Yeah.
okay to be cordial with somebody you don't like. It's okay to be cordial with anybody you don't like. You
Right.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not a person that I wish anybody downfall. I wish everybody success, whether I like you, don't like you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just stupid for people to keep saying it, and I keep hearing it over and over again. Like, so what?
Yeah.
So what?
I'd agree.
But that's my opinion.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you 2 cents. We'll take it.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, y'all have a good one. Bye.
You too. Bye bye.
You too.
Yeah, I've heard that several times, and every time I hear that, I just come to the same conclusion that these people are very much so childish. You have to be in a childlike mind to think that, don't play with my toy, don't touch my toy. That's what
Yeah.
that's what it gives me, and a toy that's in a community box. So I didn't like fool with, because ain't no matter like. I don't fool with CB. I didn't fool with CB long before any discussion about her book came about. But I wasn't beating CB down and dragging and dogging CB out. I mean, there was absolutely radio silence as it related to me and if I liked or fooled with CB or not. So that y'all would have to know, everybody would have to know how all of this came about in order to understand, and y'all would probably change your mind about it being out of spite. It can't be out of spite. It didn't derive from spite. It derived out of interest. That's it. That's all. So I have to let the internet do what the internet do. Once I've said what it is, I've already said what it was. A lot of people witnessed it. Then for the people that didn't witness it, I ran it back again so that they could. And at this point, it's just, believe what you will. But you got it from me, what my reasons are. And that's that. It ain't going to change just because. Just like it didn't change whether or not I was interested because I didn't fool with CB. I still was interested, even knowing I did not fool with CB. I still cashed app CB, even though I did not fool with CB. Y'all don't, it's like y'all missing pieces of the story, I didn't fool with CB pre-diagnosis, okay? I didn't fool with CB. But when CB spoke about her diagnosis, that didn't stop me from donating to CB. I still didn't fool with her, but I donated to her. So is it okay for me to donate to her and not fool with her? Come on, y'all. Let's keep this in perspective. Keep it all the way transparent. All right. Let's have
Maybe you should just dumb it down, and just say that, motherfuckers don't fool with you, but they be in your bushes.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
They be watching. They know what was said. They know who said it. So just put it like that. Are y'all gonna say something to them? Because they get on their live and they start talking about what they heard on TT Live and stuff like that, knowing that they don't like TT. Do y'all point it out that, oh, well, you watch her and you don't like her?
Right.
It's
Do
the
that.
same thing. No, they don't. They just keep going, they be intrigued, they themselves, and be telling them, oh, yeah, and this was said too. So what's the fucking difference?
It's not no difference. The difference is who they want to make a monster.
Exactly.
That's the difference. And hey, Ghost Chaser, I saw you over there, baby. How you doing? It's good to see you. Hey, Morgan. Hey Vicky, hey y'all. Blondie, I saw you, baby. Hey Buckeyes, I see y'all. Yeah, it is no difference. The difference is again the person in which they want to, ostracize, and that's me. So, you know,
I
um,
don't get it because people be sitting there lying. If I don't like a person, I ain't buying nothing. But you still watch. You give them a view, so they add to their money on YouTube.
right,
So
like it or not.
whether you like it or not, you still doing that same thing. So don't get on here in front like, what I'm saying, oh, I wouldn't do this. Like they make it about, oh, because she bought the book, but you still putting money in my pocket.
At the end
So
of the day,
I, yeah, it's weird and ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So and
and even on top of that, I'm telling.
what's first of all, what is the big deal? Because you already state that, okay, well, I don't like this person, but I was over there in their bushes, and we're gonna talk about it. You talk about things that be on people panels that you don't fool with. So what is the selective outrage?
Hmm,
Do we not sit here and talk about what goes on other people panels that you don't fool with?
absolutely.
So what makes CB different? Again, they're using the diagnosis as an emotional pull on the heartstring. Come on now.
And it's just, mm, it's so many different things that's been proven and shown just throughout this little, debacle. It is just it's just crazy to me. It really is funny. A lot of it is funny, and some of it just outright mind blowing crazy, downright sad. And I'm just like, okay, because I'm a roll with it. I'm a roll with the punches. I'm a big girl, and yeah, if it was something for me to feel bad about, shit, I'm human like anybody else. Then that emotion will kick into gear. There's nothing for me to feel bad about. I think I've been hella respectful. And I mean, here I am. People are telling me they don't need me. They don't want me to do such and such. But the point of that for me, y'all can't control me. That's one thing. And two, I don't need permission from nobody to be me, to do my thing. So I'm going to drop the link to the book because that's me as a business woman, as a woman that do know how to pay homage and show respect. So if you don't get that, if you don't understand or respect that, that's a personal issue. It has nothing to do with me. I'm not going to let one individual come in and change the way I am and how I operate. Now, this is my business mind of things. This how I'm gonna handle it, whether I fuck with you or not. That's the unbiased part of me. So I don't need permission to push the promotion. Because I ain't thought about it like that anyway. My goal is to do what I do naturally. And naturally, whether if it had been CB's book, whether if it had been book, it's been God's girl book, and it's been Peach's book. If I was going to be over here running it a play-by-play, entertaining my audience, then out of respect, out of decency, that would have been the least that I would be able to do. So that was going to be done. It don't matter about the person for me. It is what it is. Whoever you was calling, you got to call back. I didn't catch the phone in time. You got to call back. So I hope it don't hang up on us, baby. Is it charging? I don't think it's charging. All right, Isha, if you want to start, pick back up, because I was trying to wait and get them a second to call back in before you started. And there they go. Hold on.
Okay. Let me call it back.
Yeah. Hey, caller, you there?
Yes, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How you ladies?
Good, good. Thank
All
you.
right, how are you? I'm doing good.
I'm fine. Um, I, I I think I saw one day last week. Um, do y'all remember when she disappeared on KP, and when she finally came back, he found out that she was with Smurf, right? But she said yesterday that she met Smurf in November, but I remember Smurf from the summer.
Mm.
I do too,
And
girl, but hey.
so her and Smurf, now they're living together. So then there's another dude that plays a part. Because Smurf said he caught some other dude there and said, hey, did she tell you? Did she tell you what she got? So who's that dude?
Oh, that you just dropped
And my
another piece of the puzzle for me. 'Cause I didn't know about that part.
yeah. So my thing is the book has no time frame. It seems like the book stops at age 22.
Mm.
So you say whoever this guy is that was in the hospital turning all gray and sick and weakly and this and that, and you had a whisper. So now we get to you're calling all these other different guys, and just because another man decides that he don't want to give you his results, that means he gave it to you. But is that the same guy from the hospital?
That's a good question. That is a good damn
So,
question.
right. So my question, my thing is her is that she's just protecting herself because not only did she get it, but she's a carrier. So how many people has she infected?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
And
I'm listening. Go ahead. My bad. I'm sorry.
okay. And then people are saying, well, why don't you expose the guy? Why don't you expose the guy? Well, for my protection. What do you mean your protection? You wrote a whole book
Mm.
with your face on it.
Mm.
In the streets of Dallas knows. And I think I read, and I don't know, and Isha probably can answer this question. Do they have that same program in Dallas where you can get housing and all this stuff?
Well, when Isha, I don't know what Isha doing, but when Isha and I was talking, off of here, she didn't say. She said the program was in Houston. All the programs were in Houston because they apparently have a large number of cases, and so she was talking about people moving to Houston for those benefits because Houston do offer a lot of resources. So I doubt that the kind of programs that they are available in Houston are in Dallas.
Okay. And then another thing that made me so angry is that she really needs to be canceled because of all the misinformation that she's been giving out on YouTube. What do you mean HIV? Your coochie don't have nothing to do with HIV. That's how everybody gets it.
Well, for the most part, I guess they mean because it's in your blood, and you can get it through needles, and it's other ways that you can get it, transfusions, stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't want to speak for her, but when I hear them saying it, even though I think it's a real asinine statement to make, you know what I'm saying, to suggest that, she's the cleanest thing, I kind of get the feeling that that's where it's coming from, like trying to say, because that ain't the only way one can get it.
Well, is she trying to say that's not how she got it?
Well, no, that ain't what I was under the impression of now. Then I didn't get that.
Ignorant ass Josh. Yeah, y'all get educated. You know, I sit all day and I watch TikTok. Why don't you go to the doctor, her ID doctor, with her and sit down with the physician and you both get educated? You're saying you're getting your education from TikTok?
Who said that? I'm like Portia Williams. Who said that?
Josh.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, almost close to the end of her interview when he finally chimed in and talked about people getting educated. He said, I watch TikTok. I watch all the TikTok videos and I'm learning so much. But wait a minute, haven't you gone to the doctor with CB yet?
Oh, wow. That's that. See what I'm saying?
And then she...
Go ahead, I'm listening.
And then she said she's going the next day to get his blood checked. What do you mean he's going the next day to get his blood checked?
Yeah, I did hear her say, you know, that he would be going next Wednesday. Well, that's today, right? Wednesday to have have his labs and stuff done. You know, for him to, because somebody asked a question about him in prep, him taking prep. And so, yeah, that's what I heard.
There ain't no way I would risk my body like that. Not knowing somebody got it, and just because they become undetected and all that. No.
And listen, at minimum, I mean, if you're going to do it, I would think it would be for somebody that would be equal, would be, you know, would have the same amount of dedication and diehard love for you as them, because, and I only say that because she couldn't answer the same. As a matter of fact, she said if roles were reversed, she would not. She would not have. So that tells me that somebody is loving and caring a little more than the other. I'm sorry. It's just the writing on the wall.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it's even love there for real, because he spoke about how he was so glad not to be around her. I'm at peace now, and she be going about your business, and God this and God that. Now y'all together?
Yeah, it was very strange how it happened. It was. Yeah,
so I just don't have no sympathy for neither one of them, because they're too happy. They're too happy and to be celebrating. And then she says, I'm just going to just live in my purpose, and this is what God got for me. You mean to tell me that you happy God gave you HIV?
This is crazy.
So that you can finally live in your purpose?
I think the message is really getting mixed. Like, it is. It's getting so diluted. The more it's being spoke about, the more they talk, the messages get more and more diluted. Like, yeah.
So, it's just ridiculous at this point. I just wish, you know, both of them would just stop with the lies and spreading the misinformation. And basically all it is they probably just freeloading and free living. If she's sick and got it, and then this is the other thing. What if the cancer was really true? Because cancer is one of the complications of it. So my thing is, maybe she does. Maybe she got both.
I mean, anything is possible. So, I mean, she hadn't claimed. Well, actually, she have, but she did come back and say she was lying about the cancer. So, you know, I mean, but anything is possible. You know, I see what you mean.
And and to be honest, I'm going to speculate, and I'm going to say this. I think she had it at least anywhere from 3 to 5 years, if not longer. And now 2024 is when them symptoms really start kicking in.
Yeah, allegedly. And it could be a possibility because, you know, the more you learn about it, you learn that it actually can be there without any signs or symptoms for years.
Right.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I got you.
Yeah, so she's just protecting herself. That's why we don't get a timeline. That's why we don't get names and things like that. And then somebody from Dallas said that they went on Smurf's Facebook page. They found his old messages where he was talking about having the disease himself.
Okay, so no, let me correct that story. No, it's not that they went and found where he had it. They went and found where he was supposedly telling somebody else that they had been exposed to it. The same way he did
Oh,
in CB's case with with the last guy that she was with before Smurf.
uh-huh.
So he delivered the news
Okay, okay.
both times in those cases. So they thought that that was the suspect.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, she do mess with some ugly niggas. I can vouch for that. I mean, she ain't brought one pretty one on here yet.
Oh Lord, no! I
Even
mean, goodness gracious, that
even Josh ran down through there. He had a camera clip where he walked in the camera. His face is jacked up.
yeah. Somebody ended up sending me a picture of Josh, one that I hadn't seen, talking about talking about how he looked in it. You know, as it relates to the recent
Yeah,
story, and you
yeah.
know, yeah, definitely a thinner face. I ain't gonna,
Good old,
I can't lie, his face is definitely
yeah,
thinner.
yeah. Good old Pastor Ball spot, like DG said.
Pass the ball spot.
Yeah,
That damn
Pastor
DG.
Ball. But I enjoyed talking to you. I'm on. Let's get back to your show.
All right, thank you, love. I appreciate you calling.
Thank you. I've
Bye
been
bye.
over here tickled, y'all, on mute.
Yeah, yeah.
Not Pastor Ball here.
Pass the ball spot. You can't say head. It don't hit the same. You
My
got to say
bad,
pass the
ball
ball
shot.
spot. Yes, they hit different. Child. Yeah, it's a lot of things that people think about, and especially like I said, y'all, that's probably another reason why I was intrigued. I tried to explain this earlier and tell y'all it's one thing to read a book. It's another thing to have a picture to go along with the book. You know what I'm saying? So by picture, I mean it's multiple platforms that CB and Josh have been on, before any of this came about. It's multiple things that we have that we can put together with now pages on paper, in a book written by one of them. So maybe that's why it stood out and it really intrigued me. You know what I'm saying? Like, trust me when I say it just naturally happened. It was what it was. It's not more than that. All right, so you ready to go ahead on? Salute to everybody that's come in.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If y'all enjoying the show thus far, make sure y'all tap that like button and make sure
And
y'all cast your vote.
yeah, shout out to the individuals that have been calling in. Again, your 2 cents is, greatly appreciated.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
So, I I had to make sure these trucks going on with the more loud ass noises. I'm sorry, y'all. But as I was
Thank you,
stating, like
Lakers.
she,
Thank you, Duck.
oh,
I'm sorry, I forgot. When I saw Duck, it reminded me of Lakers sneaking in here. Hey, Lakers. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Duck.
not
Okay.
her sneaking in here.
Yeah, child. She snuck right on in.
Yeah. So as I was reading, she was just basically, um, she was like as she was staring off, like in her thinking mode, while she was laying down, and she said that she was talking, um to God. It wasn't like physically like hearing him or speaking. It was for more like him on like in her heart, like she was basically her body. It gave her um, little gestures that was going on within her body that made her feel like God was talking to her, like the tightness in her chest, and you know, um, she felt him while she was thinking about everything that had transpired, from the past, dealing with Kay all the way up until her being diagnosed and her laying in the bed, just, in disbelief. And so, it just started bringing back everything that she basically ignored. And, um, and she felt like, hey, you know, in her mind, God was telling her, well, God was just telling her, like, to keep going. So she said that, he didn't bring her this far to end her life. So she felt like, this is her purpose now. This is where it starts. Since she had been diagnosed, don't let anything, get you to a place where, that your diagnosis stopping you from doing anything that you wanted to do. So again, she, as she would say, she took accountability of what she had done, that led her up until what she had, to her diagnosis. Um, and she wasn't gonna blame him. She didn't blame Kay. Let's put it like that. Well, she took accountability, but not for him. It was, what I'm saying, for her. But she didn't, blame him as her ignoring the signs that she had came across. So sorry, y'all. But she had faced her, she faced her facts, like the fact that she was blinded by love. She was, that caused her to ignore the red flags, and she accepted everything because in her mind, again, the lies, she took it as loyalty. Um, she felt she did say she was vulnerable, so she felt lonely, you know, in the relationship. And she tried plenty of times to, in her mind to get out. But she did say that he, do something to drag her back in. So she said that, by her taking her accountability, um, it wasn't to blame him, but it was, basically for her freedom. That's what she's taking her accountability about. Um, so she chose her. And this is where her journey begins once she chose her. So she had in her mind that she wasn't going to let her diagnosis destroy her. She wasn't going to um, let what he did to her basically bury her future. Like, and which means, the whole lie because the phone call, he basically denied everything, or he lied about, his diagnosis and and she couldn't see it, after she asked for it, but she knew at that time, it was him.
Okay, so back up. So she did in this chapter. This is when she's asking to see his results.
Hmm.
And then his response to that was what?
He well, that was in chapter 8, but
It
his
was?
response was, yeah. So maybe you didn't finish.
I think I did though. Okay, keep going.
Okay, so basically when she, so after she called her loved one, she called him. And so she basically, just went off hinge, like, I just been tested, positive for the three-letter word. And so she said that it didn't shock him. He was too calm about it when,
Right.
she told him, and he was like, wait, like, what do you mean? Like he wasn't like saying like, oh shit, like, you got like, oh my God, like, it was like he knew that he had it. That's what she was saying. So it wasn't anything, like he was just too calm when he was talking to her.
Right. But see,
And
that's
she
in
was
chapter
like,
8, ain't it?
yeah.
So I did chapter 8. I don't remember talking about her asking him to send her the
Yeah, that
results.
was a
Okay.
yeah, he had went she said when they talked or whatever, he said that he was gonna go to the doctor. So a few
Right.
days later they talked, and then she asked him what was his results. He said it was negative. And so she said, and she asked him, well, can I see your results? And he said that the doctor said that it's confidential. He cannot let her see his results.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So maybe okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Was that the end of chapter 9 or you got a little more?
That was basically it, because it's just basically her just saying like she's gonna regain, what I'm saying, regain herself, and she's not gonna be silenced behind it. This is when she took, what I'm saying, full accountability, and she was gonna turn this news that she got her diagnosis into something better. It became her purpose.
Okay, so now out of this chapter, okay, so that concludes chapter 9, right?
Hmm.
Okay, so out of this chapter and everything else that we've read up until now, do you understand the purpose at this point? Because let me let you answer. Do you understand what the purpose is?
Understand her purpose?
Yeah.
To be honest, no.
Because am I
Um,
wrong when I say that this is where she said the purpose was born, right?
mhm.
Okay, all right.
But now she's saying like her purpose is to be strong and overcome the situation. From what I'm reading, and take accountability of her actions on, how she got to this point.
But how is
But I
that
guess
your
that one, because me reading that she was laying in the bed and she had a conversation. Well, not a conversation. It was more. It was still a conversation with God, but it wasn't more of she heard him. She felt him.
okay? But God, I talk to God too, and I still
And
don't.
he
Okay,
didn't lead her this far for the diagnosis to end her life. You know what I'm
right?
saying? So that's when she gained her purpose. But
Which is
don't know.
just say you don't know. Just say you don't know.
Don't know, but
Okay, so all right. Up
I'm
until
trying to
now, we
put
don't
something in
know.
perspective. Maybe what this what she talking about. But to me, I don't know. But she just laying in the bed, just in shock. And that's what she
Like, I
came
don't know
up
why
with in
you
her
keep
head.
going back to being laid in the bed and God coming to. I don't know why you
But
keep
that's
going.
what she said she gained a purpose here.
But
That
I
he
don't
came he came in her
understand.
body. He
I
tightened
don't
listen. She
understand.
said that he came in her body and tightened her chest. So she didn't hear him, she felt
Okay,
him.
but
And
still.
that's what he was telling her, like, this is your purpose.
But what? What is the purpose? What?
She didn't say.
Okay. Okay, because I don't understand. You answered.
Y'all, y'all
It's
make fun of
no
me.
right and wrong answer.
I'm just trying to, what I'm saying. Maybe this is what she was saying.
I
You know what
get
I'm
what
saying?
you're saying, but
She didn't she hey, I listen, I'm just going by what the book said. I summarized it. Baby, I'm trying to summarize her purpose as well. But I guess there was no
okay.
purpose. Just say this is her calling. I don't know shit. But she said
But
purpose.
even with that, what would be the calling? Hey, Bag, thank you, Bag. Even with that, I still will have questions for what was the calling because at this point, and that's why I said that. I know the audio might have been cracking, y'all. It was another screen. But up until this point, now they don't mean that in chapter 10, 11, 12, the purpose won't come to light. I'm just saying up until now, what is the purpose that she's gotten now? Like, what is this big old evolution? Like, what light bulb went off, and what did the light bulb show for a purpose? And for me, I'm not sure that I can say one thing or the other. I didn't get anything from when I read. Let me ask
Well,
the chat.
she said this was her purpose. So I'm just going off of her saying that this was her purpose. She was gonna take accountability of, of her wrongdoing and not blame him because of his lies and stuff like that. Which I would have blamed him because it is his lies. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's neither here nor there. This guy just put in her head that as they was talking that this is your purpose. You didn't come this far to die.
Mm. Okay,
I mean,
so
you read
I'm
what
putting
I
a
read,
poll up.
so
I did. I'm putting a poll up, and I'm asking you all up until this point, do you all understand the purpose? Do you all see purpose? Up until this point, that's the question. Do y'all see what the purpose was? So the poll is now in the chat. Y'all can cast your votes. And for context, maybe y'all could type in the chat and tell me, what did y'all get? Because I could have very well missed it. I could have missed it.
no. I mean, I can go back over and look at the ending part again, and that's just basically what it was.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
just basically.
Now,
I
remember,
mean,
I'm only
she
talking about.
said she said it's her freedom. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm,
I didn't understand it because the fact that you had just, had this conversation with old boy some days ago, and then you still in shock of this information, and then um I didn't know you can click it like that. Like you clicked it and it was like, this is my purpose.
yeah, that's why I guess the whole time it would be so important to have some sort of timetable to know how many months have gone by, and you know what I'm saying? Those types of things. I got somebody at the door, so
Well, I, I can you hear me? Oh, mm. Y'all, hold on, y'all, because oh Lord have mercy. I'm still trying to make sense of it because the simple fact that I mean I'm still trying to come up with her purpose, y'all. Because she said it was about her freedom, you know, and she said she wasn't gonna let her diagnosis destroy her. She wasn't gonna basically let that lie that he told her what he did to her silence her. Um, she's not gonna let by her having this diagnosis, shame her, her story when she tell it.
all right, I'm back.
She said, he didn't, God um didn't save her just for her to, you know, to die.
Okay. But
And
see,
so
I see them saying advocacy, but if she's not speaking about advocacy, how can we conclude that it's advocacy right now? That's just a question, y'all. How could it be advocacy, but we haven't heard anything about advocacy up until this point?
Right, because I can kind of call. Let me just go ahead and do what I normally do. I don't give a damn. This is the words of Isha. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Now you said that after you done found out about this diagnosis, you claimed your purpose and everything, and you was gonna basically walk in the shadows of your purpose. I mean, walk in the light of your purpose. Because he didn't bring you this far for you to, what I'm saying, die. Now, after you was diagnosed and you came, you got past the point that you had this, you did come online and you started drinking and you started turning up. Again,
Right.
you was drinking, you was doing all of the above. You know what I'm saying? You was being the normal CB that we know. Okay. And this was kind of confusing me as well. That's why I was just no. I'm just gonna go ahead and say no.
Okay.
Because you still you converted back to the same old you.
Even more. Remember, it got to be a little bit more excessive, right?
Yeah. It did.
So it
Most
didn't just
definitely
happen
did.
overnight. It didn't just happen like just like that. It didn't. It couldn't have.
Well, just sitting here. Well, she didn't put no timeline on it, so it seemed like from the time that she talked to him up until probably like some days later, she just regained herself. But hey, it could have been months. You just got to say months later.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Mhm.
Mm. Okay, well, that's a good one, Miss Cleisha. Miss Cleisha said the purpose could be to live, to keep living at that point, to not lay down and die. That's a good point. And that could be up until that point. But without the timeline, it does suggest that you went from one extreme to the next, and nobody with no real meat and potatoes of the burnout that had to happen in between. And by the burnout, I mean the being angry. We heard about her talking about being angry, hating God. I can't even say the whole name and say hate at the same time. So, that is a really strong expression towards who they are now, giving all of the glory and the honor to. But these are her words, not mine. But you would think by reading that didn't happen. You didn't go through those states of knocking everything down in the home, tearing up your apartment, pulling your hair out, wanting to cut your hair, because there was a time where you popped up, said you cut all your hair off, It was just a lot of things going on that we got to witness. And then when we get to reading, that comes in right around that same time, we don't get to read it. We don't get to read that. So, again, without the timeline, you're just left to speculate. You're left to, draw conclusions. So, let me go to chapter 9. So, in chapter 9, this is the time where...
You mean chapter 10? Because I just read chapter 9.
Oh, okay, my bad. Chapter 10,
Their
correct.
purpose got you discombobulated.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the purpose is going to come up, so we don't have to wonder about what the purpose is. I guess let me take this call first. Hey, caller.
Hello?
Hey, caller.
Hello? Hey, is this Bad Thoughts?
Yes.
How you doing today? I've been looking and listening to this show that you got going on here. This is Irene Turner Esquire.
Well, hey, Irene.
This is Miss Irene Turner
Esquire.
Well, hey,
And
Irene
I've been
Turner,
listening
Esquire.
Hello.
to this show. Issa's up here too.
Yes.
Hey, Issa, honey, I've been praying for your child.
Hey,
Praying
thank
for
you.
you to keep your head up and keep on stepping. Issa, you hear me, girl?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. As I was saying, I've been listening to the show that you got going on about CB, and I'm wondering why this girl ain't tried to put that man in jail yet that gave her this.
Good question.
Why she ain't went down there and tried her best to get somebody to go get this man and get him locked up for putting her in a situation?
Well, she definitely said she went to the police. Now, what that consists of, I don't know, but she did say she called the police. I don't know why she wouldn't launch a
I'm
lawsuit.
just in here wondering why. I've been listening to show after show and wondering why. I have heard that lady say 9 times she done turned that boy in and went down there and told them folks that the boy gave him something.
So you didn't hear her say she went to the
You
police?
know? Is this thing working?
Yes, it's working. Hello?
Oh, okay. Okay, child. I want you to just keep on doing what you're doing. I just wanted to understand why he never went down there and tried to get that boy locked up for the things that boy done gave her.
That is a good question. And I appreciate your 2 cents.
Thank you so much, child. You take it easy.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, thank you for calling, caller. Irene Junior Esquire. Okay. So I don't even, what does that Esquire stuff mean? But anyway.
Um,
Good question. Now the lockup part, we've heard her say she, reported it to the health department. She reported it to the police, and in her head that she's done all she could do. So this whole emotional damage and some sort, I'm sure there's a multitude of other crimes any average attorney could attach to this man who she says knowingly, intentionally exposed her. So my question would be, why not pursue them for damages? That's what my question would be. Now, moving to chapter 10, y'all. Phone lines dead for now. We'll open them back up. But let's get through the next 2 chapters. All right, so chapter 10 speaks about her creating the organization, her Hope and Health organization. It talks about taking all of the pain and doing something positive with it. So she talks about after talking to God and having all these revelations, she's talking about how now she's been revived. She feels like she not the one she once was. So I guess this would be considered a rebirth or whatever. She speaks about not really desiring the same type of attention and love, and I guess just feeling incomplete. The things that led up to her being willing to, entertain such people in her past and, engage with drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. All of those feelings of loneliness and worthlessness, and, they no longer resided in this new person. I'm looking at the book, y'all. she started to think about people that she could help. Apparently people were, you know, coming with some of the same issues, or, you know, how people might reach out to you and tell you, know, how you help them or you change them, or, you know, just all of those thoughts are coming back in, and all of that helped form that, I couldn't use my voice. I can turn all of this that's meant for my bad into good. And so she wanted to create a place and a space for people who had felt like she once had felt, so that they didn't have to, up until her, if they had walked on, she can create this safe space for them where they don't have to be alone. She wanted to be able to be a place for the world to be able to come and know that there's somebody else there that can help lift them up and encourage them and help push them through with this whole, with the hope and health. Let me see. So she apparently had an interview during this time. I'm not familiar with the interview that she did, but it does say in here that it was videoed. So I don't know. Y'all may know more about this than me, but apparently she sat down with somebody and there was an interview. And it talks about the interview was with somebody who she's known for a while, and she referred to them as Bryce. So I don't know who Bryce is, but she talks about knowing Bryce for quite some time, and he told her that people needed to hear her story. He thought that her story was powerful and that there was a message in it, and that I'm sure he was telling her that she could possibly save other people and help other people navigate through something such as this. So after her talking with him, she agreed, and boom, they went. She sat down and she spilled it all out. She spilled all the tea, and it wasn't just an interview for her. It ended up being like a cleansing. You know, it was a release. It was a refreshing to get those words out loud. You know, something like a ministry, to minister to other people that, you know, whether if it's to prevent it or to educate them. Now, again, this is all according to the book. We can't think about the lives that we've already watched and shit like that. This is about the book. So, as a result of filming that video, that interview, she felt, again, it was a release. And then I think she started to get an outpour of people reaching out, you know, basically with what I just said, thanking her and telling their stories, and men and women. People who probably was once afraid, she gave them strength. I'm sure those was a part of the stories. And it was at that time where she realized her voice wasn't just like a white noise. She wasn't just blending in with the crowd. Basically, she was not insignificant. And to some people, she was everything. That's what it boils down to. You know, you go through life sometimes seeming invisible. And for a lot of people, they're going to die like that. But it is people who go through life seeming like they just get up and they go through the routine day to day, you know, work, home, you know, family, household, cook, you know, children, bathe, homework, go to bed and get up and do it again. And you just get in a routine of doing it so much to this, just you kind of blend in with the world. But in this case for her, all the blending that she had been doing, now she finally stands out, because it seems to me like at this point is when she found what her purpose was, which was to use her voice, because the amount of people that reached back to her after hearing her story and watching her be what she would consider to be brave and accountable and loud, they now feel empowered to share, to possibly get tested. You know, the possibilities are endless once somebody is touched. Ain't no limit to what you can touch somebody to do. So she talks about now that she knows what to do, now it's time to put a name on it. So she talks about how the name came about, where or when the name came about. You know, another night of just thinking and thinking about people, the world, people that probably felt like her before she was getting her shit together or realizing what her purpose was. She said she didn't want to just do some, regular stuff. She didn't want to just start a pointless, senseless, another organization. She wanted to do something that would really and truly make a difference. She, like I said, she wanted a place where the people who felt like they didn't have anything or nobody could come, and now they could feel like they were at home and they were amongst family and friends and loved ones. She said, and the name was born just like that. When she thought about what it was she wanted her organization to do or to provide, the name just kind of fell out of the sky. And that's how Hope and Health was born. She explains what the hope is for, which is for the hopeless. She explained that the health is for people fighting for their life. And the alliance is about having somebody to stand with you. Feeling like nobody should have to deal with this on their own. She talked about the steps, which was, putting in the paperwork and I guess going through whatever she needed to go through in order to own the name and get it, stamped and approved or whatever it is you do. And now it's just time for the work to be done. She refers to it as the mission, the fire. So at this point, she realizes that she's not only in the fight for her own life, she's now committed to fighting to help countless others as well. So she turned herself into a leader by creating something such as this. She talks about going from being a complete wreck to now having her own nonprofit. Let me see. She talks about now, with all of those things happening and everything kind of unfolded and being put into play, she is now finding her purpose. With all that fire she had inside of her, she now applying it, and the ball is rolling. I imagine it had to feel like making headway once you form an idea. That's one thing. Once you go and you start doing the research and finding out what it takes to make this happen, that's another thing. Once you do the research, find out what it takes, do what it takes, that's a whole different thing. But then when you get it signed, sealed, and approved, and it come back and it's yours, there has to be a whole nother thing. So to me, what I get from it is obtaining the documentation that says, hey, This is now your very own. This will forever be something you created for all those things that she already spoke about, which is for people to have some people to stand with them, for people not to walk alone, not to be alone. That had to feel like the start of being a walking in her purpose. She talks about, let me see. She talks about it being her rebirth. She feel like now this is her second leg up in life. Now she got a second chance to do something and be powerful and productive and do something that's going to involve possibly saving the world. I mean, it potentially could. It could be of assistance if it's about what she envisions is about. So, let me see. She talks about okay, no. So we end that chapter with her basically saying, after all of that, you have this whole new baby that's born, which is the nonprofit organization, and her finding her purpose and realizing once she spoke how many people could be affected by just hearing her story. What was meant to take her out actually gave her purpose. And that's the end of chapter 10. Now, let's go on into chapter 11. It's 2 hours and 42. Yeah, let's keep going. So, in chapter 11, it talks about rebuilding. So now I'm assuming it's time to get used to your new normal, right? When you're rebuilding, it's almost like you have to destroy everything that was before and start anew. So she starts it with talking about the nonprofit organization. You know, now it's here. She talks about people seeing it and believing in it and believing in her, I would assume. But she was still struggling. Although she had all this stuff going on, she was still struggling on the inside. And I gotta imagine that she was. Now she was putting on a brave face, but how can you not be still dealing with all of the many emotions of this brand new thing that's now introduced into your life? She talks about it not being easy. She talks about it not being overnight. She's saying, hold on, let me see. Okay, so she talks about it still being a second chance. And hold on. She talked about having thoughts about why God spared her, why God saved her, why the second chance. And then she gave a rundown about what was really going on. So she said stuff like, it wasn't the letters that broke her. It wasn't nothing, the stuff that led up to it, like the addiction, the loneliness. Yeah, I don't really get this part, y'all. So hold on. Let me go back. So she's talking about rebuilding what's left. She talks about the organization being formed. People saw the purpose. They were supportive. They were behind her. But they didn't see that she was still struggling. She was struggling putting on a strong face. She talks about it not being pretty. I'm assuming it's with the long nights alone, the crying, the probably the aches and the pain. They don't get to see that. The days that she wondered if she was even worthy. And then it says, because truth be told, it wasn't the diagnosis that broke her. It wasn't even the no good lying ass nigga. The men that she loved harder than herself. The versions that didn't know her own worth. So, okay, so she's talking about what rebuilding looked like. And so she's basically saying that she needed to rid herself of anything old. To grow is to change from your old ways, is what I'm getting from this. Then it goes into, bold print. She talks about self-forgiveness was the hardest part. I'm still not getting it, y'all. I don't really get this, the opening of chapter 11. I don't. So I'm going to have to go back. I did it twice now. Well, actually 3 times. And I don't really get it. So maybe when I read this for myself, to myself, maybe it'll make sense then, but it just don't now. So I'm just going to move on. But that was the gist of what was said for this chapter. Now it says, forgiveness was the hardest part. She talks about she could forgive. She forgave herself. It was easy to forgive him because he basically was broken too. He had his own issues. He had his own problems. And that was shit that she already knew anyway. A lot of times we be seeing that there's you got your own shit, but we'll be trying to fix it. We'll be trying to fix you. But really, in all honesty, you have to fix you. And the only way you can fix you is if you recognize there's something that needs fixing. So I can tell you that something you is broken all day long, but until you identify with what's broken, chances are it's just not going to get fixed. So, wait, let me go back. Because she says, let me correct something. So she said forgiving Kay was easy, not herself. Not herself. Because when we get to the next side, she talks about how hard it was. The fact that didn't come easy. Forgiving herself. For looking over the things that we already talked about. Ignoring those flags. Making excuses for bad behavior. Rewarding bad behavior. Loving him more than she loved herself. Loving him more than he loved him. She talks about the hardest part being for not knowing better sooner. Now, what could that mean? She said the hardest part was forgiving herself was not being able to forgive herself for not knowing better sooner. So is that to suggest that she didn't know what was acceptable, what would be considered disrespectful. Maybe she didn't set boundaries or have standards, or like that could mean a wide range of things. That could mean a wide range of things, because I would like to assume that, the basics was told to her by whoever, raised her. Now, granted, our moms and dads, depending on what year you're born in, they didn't, and none of us are going to catch everything and get it right every time. So I understand some things get skipped over. Some things get lost in the shuffle. So, I mean, I don't know what she mean by that, but she definitely said that. She said it took time. She also speaks about it taking honesty that she wasn't ready for. She talks about the mirror becoming her battlefield. So with that, she's saying she would be in the mirror and didn't recognize what was looking back at her. And it had nothing to do with the diagnosis. But instead, everything to do with what she allowed her journey, life, to take her through. She felt like she gave too much for too little, too fast. She accepted the unacceptable, and she didn't feel like she was worthy of better, that she deserved better. She would stand in the mirror and basically tell herself, keep pushing, keep going. You still here, so you got another chance. And she said over time, basically, she began to see changes. She started to regain strength where it used to be shame. She became stronger. She started to see through the pain into her purpose. Then it gets to the new version of herself that she says wasn't built on survival. She says she'd been through that enough. She explains how surviving, that ain't it. And I understand that statement, because surviving is not living. That's just being here, breathing. It's the bare minimum. And depending on who you are, it might even change what survival look like. Because some people hunt for survival. Some people steal for survival. So that's going to be on the individual basis. But she wasn't just surviving. She now want to live free from all of the other thoughts and things that held her back and kept her sick even before she was diagnosed. And y'all know secrets, loneliness, depression, fear, generational curses. It's a lot of things that'll help keep you sick. She wanted to be free from all of those traumas. So I get that that's what she broke loose from here. And now, over all of those dark negative things, she's starting to choose the positive side of that, which would be, the opposite of chaos would be peace. Respect and expect respect, give respect, have respect. Trusted her intuition, something that, each and every one of us should always lean on. Your intuition is everything, and it's universal. We all have it. So she's learning to depend on and rely on and trust her intuition, because she ignored it so many times. I'm sure so many times. She learned to love herself, loud and proud, and refused to dumb herself down and settle for this anymore, ever again. She basically saying she's not going to settle anymore. Nobody's going to decide for her what her worth is. And she's going to do this by trusting God. Allowing God to be a guiding voice. This chapter pretty much ends with her rising and building a different life, a life with purpose, getting rid of all things that don't serve towards that purpose, meaning leaving old habits in the past and replacing them with good. And she says, for the first time, she feels whole. Now, that concludes chapter 11. Now, for me,
Did you find the purpose?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I heard the purpose.
Okay.
Now, but for me in chapter 11, that was kind of hard for me to get through. And up until, like the last page, maybe the last 2 pages, that was difficult for me to get through because, having to read it or summarize it in that way right now, in front of the audience, it just, to me, didn't make sense. The first couple of pages, when she goes to talk about the forgiveness being hard, forgiving herself, basically, I understood that. I get all that. But the stuff before that is what I don't quite, I don't get it right now. I'm sure I'll read it again and see if it makes sense to me. But right now it don't. Did you look at, are you able to see it? And maybe you can help translate to me what the first part of that means. Like, what does she mean? What do you get from it?
Hold on. Here I come.
Okay, and I got a call coming
Let me
through.
read it. Okay.
Hey, caller.
Hey, girl, I'm sorry, y'all. I have to go on the break real quick because this done pissed me off.
Okay.
Hey, Titi, you can hear me?
I can hear you, baby. What's going on?
Hey, Titi, you can hear me? I can hear you, baby. What's going on? Okay, so first of all, what I gotta say is, if you have Kindle, you can get the book for free. Like, they will read it to you for free. So The legalities is null and void. Next problem is, she said at 22, from virgin to when you got 22, then she be lied. She be lied about cancer. She be lied about her sister having what she currently saying she has. Then she said she did have it. Then she said she didn't have it. Then it was the dad, her usage of alcohol, liquor, drugs. The girl, it's too much. So, furthermore, Josh, when Josh comes in the picture, where was Josh doing this book? When did she initially meet him? It's too many holes for me. Because if CB starting the book at 22, okay, we already know we've been screwing before 22. Then it was where I'm stuck at. I heard her with my own ears say that it was somebody who was LGBTQ that gave it to her. It was a story about a liquor store and all these stories. I'm sick of these stories. That's what pissed me off. Because it was a story about she never used when she was going at her sister when she ultimately said herself she was a user of whatever. My point is, she's doing this world tour. She's trying to beat this little Sonny. Pay attention. Where was she when Josh was trying to save Sonny? Since Josh has saved her. Y'all got to pay attention to these fake wolves that she's posing. Then it's the DV, it's the STDs, it's the stats, it's the bad info. Because you can get HIV, whatever, STDs, different ways. But most of the time it's vaginally. That's why they teach us about healthcare and what it is in high school. They teach us how to drive. It's sexual ed. These things they teach us. So she's saying that, oh, it's not her coochie. If we have unprotected sex, 9 times out of 10, you are at risk of getting an STD if you go get tested together. That's my thing. Why haven't they sat down and let's be advocates? What is an advocate? They advocate saying it's okay to be HIV. Sorry, I don't know what words can be used.
The letters.
But it pissed me off. Furthermore, this story of, oh, you can be promiscuous. You can do illicit things. You can be unprotected. You can do all these things and be happy to write a 70-some page pamphlet about you getting it, not telling us who gave it to you, not telling us how to prevent from getting it, not telling us how you got there to get it, not telling us it's a lot missing. 22 years of information is a lot of information.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Because I'm sorry, this ain't 2 cents, is it? Keep going.
Go on, give me your dollar, girl.
This is what it gives me. Because I got a lot to say in a little bit of time. I'm at work. I'm telling what I got to tell them. But the boy who cried wolf, this is what it gives me. She has tipped, allegedly, in my opinion, for her lawyers, because she got lawyers, editors, briefs, bodyguards, all these things going on within this 6-month period. This 6-month period is what's pissing me off. That's why I'm on your phone, TT. Sorry for interrupting your show. But this be said, she's telling us May, which is May of 2025, is when she really knew. She really figured it out. She really got results. She's with the infectious disease doctors, and she's got all this information up until today, whatever December, whatever day it is. You telling me from May to December, you an advocate, you non-detectable, you're not a liar, I am forgiven, I apologize. Come on, man. Ain't nobody summing up their life in 6 months. You started this book at 22. Are you with me, TT?
I'm with you, 22 to now. And, you know, it's a lot of time.
Right now, TT, I'm sorry. I'm finna hurry up and wrap up because I don't know what these people going to say. But it's a boy who cried wolf. If I had stage 5 cancer, I was in nursing school. I'm drinking. I'm not drinking. God saved my life. I hate God. Where was she when Josh was trying to save Sonny? I got way too many questions to keep asking. And then for her to say, I apologize for 88 for what I said. I apologize for saying my sister screwed my dad. And I'm okay with it. You telling me you healed in 6 months, but I'm okay with you in a day telling me you sorry? Girl. Then Josh said he was where he living for 4 years. That can't be true because I watched the video of him and her moving in together. Her moving to Houston for him. Remember that? Where was that man that she was living with before she started moving live with Josh? Ooh, it's too much to say.
It is.
Girl, did you hear me?
I heard you. It's a lot.
It's 2 fucking months to be in a 74-page book. And then you talk about Amazon. Do you think Amazon is happy with these dates being off, these facts being off, these truths not being true? Because ain't no way it's true that you did not know, but you talking about what happened to you at 22. You met him at 22. But now at 38, make it make sense. Are you with me?
I'm with you. It's a lot. You're right. It's a lot.
Definitely a lot. I'm with her though.
That's why I'm mad, because I'm confused and I'm angry and I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to say. But the truth shall set you free.
Facts.
For you to speak yesterday and say, I don't drink no more. Josh stopped me from drinking. Oh, I drink a spritzer. That's not a truth. That's not a fact. For her to say, I don't know if it's fact that my sister slept with my daddy. I don't know if it's fact. Still, all these things you stood as facts on your family. All these things that got us questioning this place. 88 ain't no angel either. But all these things you got us thinking about her, it was always you. You projected your life on this girl. And you don't know her from a can of paint and she is an adoptee.
Yeah.
Come on now, girl. Tell me this don't piss you off.
No, what pisses me off is the slander upon me, the assassination of my character. That is what pisses me off.
And that's my point. Look at all the people they have slandered, assassinated, threw under the bus, anything for a pity party. It's not just you. Look what led up to you.
Right, you're right.
And wait till they have to slander each other. Keep their head above water. What they talking about? My first 100 books came from the multi sector. Talk about what Amazon takes.
But not only that, I did hear that. I did hear her say thank you for my first 100 books came from the sector. But they were just demeaning and downing the sector for being such a small percentage. That wasn't to uplift the sector. That was to degrade. That was to belittle the sector.
Facts.
And that's my point exactly. What makes her the poster child for HIV? Do you know about Gina 2? Gina 2 was screwing Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon got about 16 kids. But her daddy lady got on, and I think you know what you know. But look up Gina 2.
I know it is.
3 years ago, that this girl that lady is frail. A blade of grass. Couldn't walk. That lady tell you how she found out.
Yeah.
Couldn't make it to the bathroom. That's a fucking story. She's talking about, I'm going to be with Tamar. Because Tamar, Tamar Braxton compared to GB. Big difference.
Yeah, Tamar is not, and I don't know, they get it.
Tamar, because Tamar used, I'm going to take prep. So that means if you taking prep, you know somebody is exposed or you know something wrong with them.
And Tamar probably get a healthy commission for saying that.
Advocate. I'm sorry, take a girl. Finish, girl.
I was just saying that Tamar probably got some sort of check coming behind her endorsing prep. You know, Tamar probably got something else tied to that. And what people don't know is, to the regular common folk, Tamar might just be one of the nastiest people you could ever meet. You know, she could be a person that consider her to be less than. Everything that seemed good ain't good.
I swear, you cannot tell me this is sugar and I taste and I know it's salt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
they on this world tour of trying to tear you down, like you tearing them down, and it's making them. How are you marketing yourself? How are you promoting advocacy? How are you teaching somebody anything when you don't know nothing? When I listen to that interview, shout out Payday, Jelly Bean, all them people, whatever. That lady did such a disservice to anybody who's living with anything. For her to say it don't come from your vagina, how she get it?
Right.
Just
Good
look
question.
at the ways. Look at the ways of getting it. It's injection. Like you can't sit on a like I know me personally. I'm not a doctor. I'm not that in depth into it. But this is where she missed the mark. This got people talking about it. This got people calling this line. This got me upset. When you have these type of emotions, this is what you want. But you missed the mark trying to play victim when you the victimizer.
Yeah, trying to point the finger.
TT from promoting them. I wouldn't be talking about this lady if it wasn't for you. I like teaching. I follow teachers. DG is the real reason why I knew it because he read some first 3 chapters. I said he needs to be the narrator of audiobook.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
DG is the one I'm saying. This is why it pissed me off. All this energy they have for you is for DG. Oh, it's because DG showed Josh body cam footage. Oh, he sold Christmas trees. Ain't no, you can live on. You can change. But ain't nothing gonna change your past. My past is what got me on the phone with you. It's because I want a better future. For you, for CB, for Josh, for that motherfucking demon Josh. I knew him from Sun. He ain't shit. And
You
I
say you know him from what?
Tell him to tell me I said it. That's where he started. He's a wolf and she's clothing. He's gonna latch on to what, like, I'm trying to come up. He was living with his sister. From him living with his sister, that's what pissed me off. Because he said, I've been where I'm at 4 years. CB's moved in with me a lot. Because I watched CB. CB had her Thanksgiving cooking. When she was cooking for him, she was cooking him some potatoes and fish. That's what y'all mix. Because they say it. And I know I watched them. And I watched them because I liked them. I was trying to figure out what was going on. Because it's something more to this. That's not latching on to the vulnerable, to the needy, to the, I'm your savior, I'm your God, God loves you, and so do I. That's bullshit. And you can tell me what you want to. I see it myself, and I don't know none of them from a can of paint. I've seen Josh slither like the snake he is. But every snake sheds its skin. And his skin is shedding.
Oh, yeah.
For him and her to out the fuck clear blue sky. I've been watching them. I remember, look, and I was what's on it. I want to say it was B-Way. It was she was in the back chat, and her face was showing. B-Way was like, no, she looked sick. Just she was saying the camera. Then her and Josh got into it because he threw a liquor away. Look at the time frame. Within a 6-month time frame, you are author, you are white, you are undetectable.
Girl.
Get the fuck out of here. Just come on now, TT. It's pissing me off because ain't no great time to see this shit. My 4-year-old niece to tell me this. This don't make no goddamn sense.
I know a lot of it
I
don't.
don't care what nobody say. And it's on her for prematurely putting this book out. You just found out in May you're positive. In December you're undetectable. And September you moved in Houston. When did you pack up and drive to Houston? But look at the Houston stats of STD. They are seeking out infected people. Some people were getting locked up for having sexual intercourse with people knowing their status and wasn't telling them that was attempted murder. Now it's okay. It's good. He's going to get on prep today. Oh, man.
It's a lot.
Ain't nothing you ain't can't have a baby in 6 months.
Good point.
And you telling me CB that went through clean, sober, coke, author, advocate, grant, housewife, cook, new apartment. But he said he's been living there for 4 years.
He said he'd been in the same spot for 4 years. But see, to me, that was a part of his.
Mama, you ain't lying.
That's a part of the manipulation game that he plays, because he didn't say, he been in the apartment. He said spot. So that makes me see, that leave room open for you to either think deeper or just assume that CB moved in with him. But that's if you didn't know that she went there and cammed up with an empty apartment and stuff like that. He leave room.
In the kitchen. They was just on there on Thanksgiving. They been in there cooking. She take them his plate. I watched them. She on CB channel. She had a Thanksgiving cooking. She was on there with her sister. They were showing each other the food.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that too.
After that debacle on B-Way channel, they went to, in real life, we are the perfect couple. This is furthermore, I'm telling you, you got to pay attention to everything. What happened to the man she was staying with before she moved down there with y'all?
Well, she broke up with old Smurf.
Come on, this shit got to make sense. I asked a lot of questions. Now, she found out in May that she had this. Remember the man she was living with before she moved with Josh? What happened to him?
They broke up. Remember, we got to see the footage, the body cam. I mean, not the body cam, the ring bell footage and all that stuff. And remember, she was accusing him and she was plastering him everywhere. They broke up.
Okay, so remember the Smurf store.
That's him. That's who I'm talking about.
Liquor store. Remember they said the LGBTQ and the man.
Yes, yes, I remember that.
Instead of trying to speed up and catch up from 22 up until now, let's rewind from now up until May when she told us about her diagnosis. This motherfucker want to talk. Come on now, Isha. I mean, lady, you is on here, Isha. She be quiet. Thank you, Isha. She's got to let it out. And
I'm here. I'm here.
But this shit is not adding up.
Yeah, it's definitely some gray areas. It's some gray areas because.
So if I was you, I would rewind from right now up until May. With matter of fact, up until when she said she had the C word, and then took it back and said she got the H house in Virginia, and then take it back to the interview yesterday where I apologized to my sister. I was wrong. I was lying. I was lying about this. I was lying about. She told us yesterday 5 lies that she told, and everybody okay with that?
Exactly. That is my point. Y'all are so quick to run with what they are saying, but they are lying, and nobody is saying, well, that is, you damaged your credibility, so we can't take you at face value because we know you will lie.
Baby, that took me all through the motherfucking hood, but it's neither here nor there.
Don't take and you cry wolf so much, ain't nobody gonna believe you when you really need help. So now I don't believe that. Look, she said.
I hope you don't get fired. You know that. You know that. I hope you don't lose your job on this here hotline.
To be eligible to take PrEP, you gotta not have it.
Right.
This is what pissed me off. How are you gonna advocate for something you know nothing about? You just found out you had it. You still in the research phase. You done found some man, y'all finna get married, you wrote a book and got lawyers and editors. 6 months PT.
A lot has happened in those months. I will say that.
I'm sorry, y'all. I do be long-winded. I got a lot to fucking say because I got a lot of questions. I'm confused. You can't.
We all confused and you making sense.
I know it's fucking soft.
Yeah.
It's a bullshit.
It is. There's a bunch of bullshit involved. And
what pissed me off is she said, I'm afraid to say who gave it to me. But
told the boy to help. His mama know, his auntie know, but you gonna say Smurf did it? You ain't got no motherfucking qualms and no fear in saying Smurf did it, because I heard her say it.
Yeah, but
You gonna lie on Smurf?
Well, we just heard in the book that she forgave him
The book
real
sales off
quick.
in her ass. Why they talking about suing you? All the lies she done told Bubba too.
yep, Bubba too. Yeah.
The lady said and said how she was promiscuous, how she was over sexual, how she did snow and cheat and drink. You drink so much you don't know who touched you.
Mm.
But you can pinpoint because he was in the hospital. And I ain't never been in the hospital.
But no, because he wouldn't give her the results.
Come on, man.
It's because he wouldn't show his results. Everybody, the other two, provided the results. He did not.
Come on, man. But she told the board, when the Board of Health, let's talk about it. Since God said she's cleaner than any woman on this internet.
What a ridiculous
And I know
statement to
birds.
make.
I know birds, okay? And let me take it real far back for you because I'm tired of these people. Remember that little girl from the Maury show? That her mama was on the street and she was born with it?
No, but keep going.
There, since she's the poster child for this HIV.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little girl from, and Maury ain't been on for how many years? Maury is my favorite person.
Yeah, he been gone a minute
Maury
now.
Povich. But look her, it was a little girl that was on the Maury show. She got real famous for being on the Maury show because she was born with it. She came out the womb with it.
Okay.
CBTC is. You should see Gina too. Baby Gina too was 50 pounds. She couldn't walk. That's how far gone it was in her body.
Yeah, I seen Gina too. I'm familiar with her.
Girl, CB better go lay down.
Yeah.
CB done pissed me off. It was the lies, the manipulation, the misinformation. It's so many things that I could have liked you. You couldn't pay me. You couldn't buy the book for me. That's why I'm on your show right now. I'd rather hit you recap it than buy it and read a lie.
Mm.
You can lie to me, don't lie on me. And to put it on wax, she said it yesterday, she's a liar. Oh, I said 2017, it was 2007. She listened to you too.
Exactly. That's why I said she should thank me because I helped her point out a lot of her errors.
Fuck these people. Look, I done clocked out of work. I'm still in work. I don't give a fuck. This put in work. Pray for me, y'all, because the job, I owe him some money right now. I've been on these people.
Well, be a fence, Father. Father God, be a fence.
Oh, no video, but I'm here now. Here now.
Be a fence.
They pissed me off. I use the way I get off work. But that pissed me off. They've been trying to make you the scapegoat. When DC read a preview, and you can go on Amazon. Oh, I got Kindle. I can get it for free. I have Amazon gift cards. Like, it's so, I can forward you the link. Since they so mad and legalities, tell your lawyer that. I can purchase the book, get my link for the book, and send it to whoever I want to.
I mean, many people are already doing that anyway.
This is my point. I see over there. My first 100 sales were from this sector.
Yeah.
Thank a motherfucker.
Yeah. A person that wasn't even trying.
They're creating conflict, dummy.
I wasn't even trying. I wasn't trying to hurt her, but I wasn't trying to help or hurt.
Oh, didn't do nothing they said. That's what got it made so mad. Because I'm not throwing DC under the bus, nobody else under the bus. Throw Amazon under the bus. Amazon gave us the first 3 chapters for free. The first 12 pages, because every page is 3 pages. Every chapter is 3 pages. And they on there, I ain't read it yet. Girl.
That's what I said. when they said they ain't read it yet.
It makes you matter.
Or they ain't about, I ain't got around to it. Oh, I got to buy the book. You've been buying a book for 3 days now. Good, strong supporters.
Didn't nobody nobody care about this book. And she was talking about the book on Thanksgiving. I told y'all, she's cooking on Thanksgiving. My book come out on December 1st, December 1st, World AIDS Day. I told y'all, I watch her. I'm nosy than a motherfucker. You got to be on here in somebody's business. Because Josh came on camera and everything, y'all. They probably could take down. Hurry up, go watch it.
What made you buy it, Uprise?
Thanksgiving. She's like, let me finish my Thanksgiving dinner. And she on there, she in the kitchen cooking. Josh come in there, he gonna cook him a strawberry cake. I took y'all bitches back. Not y'all, you not a bitch.
I'm okay, it's cool. It ain't no pressure.
I'm taking y'all back to Thanksgiving. You feeling me? It's a month ago. She said it on her own thing. She cooked her Thanksgiving. My book come out on World AIDS Day, and still her and KP, and she was telling about the book she been promoting. Y'all just catching on to this shit. DG really put her ass on. She needs to be thanking DG. Why she on?
Oh, he did. Josh did drop down and thank DG. He did. He dropped down to thank DG, but talk crazy and flip and lie on me.
He was up there reading them stats. He like, hold up. Like he had it so interesting. It was so entertaining. And then he stopped. We like, wait, what the fuck? And then here you come with chapter 4. Well, let's go. What we up to chapter 11 now? The fuck?
Yeah.
Remember DGTT. And she said it herself yesterday. My first 100 book sales was thanks to y'all. Instead of Josh being on here, being this bitch, being this fake ass editor, fake ass lawyer, he didn't even read the book. They such liars. I'm sick of them.
I'm seeing.
That lying shit makes me mad.
I'm noticing a lot of people are sick of the lies. A lot of people get sick of the lies.
Shit pisses me off.
And and because you telling them that they're lying, they'll consider you a troll. Just because you're saying that they're liars and y'all sick of them lying, they just gonna clump y'all and make everybody a troll. Everybody not no fucking troll. You know, everybody not trolling.
Oh, my mama. I started. I can be. I will. But what's truth is truth. Tell the truth, shame the devil. I don't like that. Don't tell me what I want to hear. Tell me the truth. Tell me something gonna help me, elevate me. Like the way they promoted their book, the way they sabotaged themselves, it was unbelievable. And then to come on here doing damage control, making it worse. Because it just made it worse. Talk about I get 1.5 laughs. What is 1.5 laughs?
That's them. That's him trying to minimize it.
You did like a 15 or 12 hour. I don't give a fuck. Cut their ass up.
He trying to minimize what they do.
Which they lie.
Maximize what I do.
Yeah, they are content, bitch. I said for you.
Is out here.
If you made yourself content, you are fucking content.
Is out here on the streets.
You got something to say? Where is you go?
Oh, she had to pop out for a minute. She'll be back.
But she gonna hold it down with her and Easter. I fucked with y'all a long way. And I don't like that riding the fence. Oh, I'm cool. I ain't cool with you. I don't know you. From a can of fucking paint. Right is right, wrong is wrong. I know what I heard. I know what I saw. I have discernment. I hate blasphemy. Because God loves us all. He created us all. That's what I believe. You know, a Muslim may believe something different. Hinduism is different types of ways to go about it. But
right.
Don't throw me under the bus.
Right.
When we all doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And CG, you ain't no angel either.
No, I'm not.
I'm saying that because everybody, oh, that's me, friend. Oh, that's this. Don't nobody know the fuck I am. I'm the lawnmower, like I said.
I don't even know who you are.
Tell their ass I'm the lawnmower. They're like, who the fuck is this? Who is this lady? I'm going to call in. I'm going to support them. So, oh, I read. I'm sorry. I'll stay out the comments. But somebody's going to say, do you have a membership? No, motherfucker, this is the membership. Y'all giving me a timer?
Yeah, that's a timer.
All right,
keep going.
It's Easter. I'm trying to keep the show going. Go back to the book. Sick of these people.
We sick of them. We sick of them.
Well, I just said album. Y'all say I talk too much. Okay.
No, you talk just fine.
ain't even up
You
here,
just
but
one of
y'all
them
talking
people
about
that
a
need a
time.
timer. That's all.
You see this timer, TT?
Yeah, it just popped up out of nowhere.
You put this time up here for me. Okay, I'm gone. I'm leaving back.
Love you. Thank you so much. She always a good time, baby. Whenever she called, we know we gonna have to pull out the old, what call that thing, y'all? You know, the thing that had a sand in it, the hourglass. We're gonna have to pull out the hourglass. That's all. It's no harm, no foul, or nothing. We just know we're gonna have to pull out the hourglass whenever our friend call. Hey, call. Oh, okay. Child. Okay, so yeah, I mean, that caller, I don't know who she is either, y'all, but that caller is saying what a lot of people thinking, and it's just what it boils down to. It's a whole lot more, and hold up. Oh, is that the first comment? Oh no. What is the first type it? Oh, there you go. It says, TT, the book ain't. Hold up. I think this is it. The book ain't number one. I checked it. What she did was made it in an ordinary category, so it's number one. There's no books in the category but hers. Also, she made a category. Wait, so health and wellness is not a category? Because that's what I thought. Well, I heard Jelly Bean say that. So they don't mean that that's what CB said. So hold on, we got somebody on the line. Hey, caller.
Hey, how are you today?
I'm fine and good, and you?
Good. I just have a couple of things. First of all, I just want to just thank you and Isha for doing a great job, not being biased, breaking down her book.
You're welcome.
And also give you your kudos for always keeping it classy. I'll call it ghetto classy.
Okay.
You know, you did the same thing with IGT when they had the contest there. You kept it, you know, you were not being biased at all.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to, first of all, say thanks for always doing that.
Thank you.
And then second of all, when everyone is saying that CB was scared, she probably is scared. She's probably scared to name a wrong person again. So I kind of look at it that way. You know, she already been saying with this person, that person, that person. And I would be afraid too if I was to say somebody else's name and they had nothing to do with, you know, giving me this. And then the other thing is, I remember, excuse me, maybe I think it was a couple of years ago when CD and 88 was into it. And I think this happened on Big Baby's panel. They called the guy, he was in prison, the guy she's talking about. 88 and Big Baby, because I think 88 was going to go visit this guy in prison because she knew who it was. And also, CB had lied because 88 had brought all this stuff out about her, that she was on drugs, her and this guy was using drugs, and she was denying. Saying, no, I didn't, you know, that's a lie. And now come to find out, you know, it really was true. So she probably slept around with a whole bunch of different people, really don't know where it came from. You know, how she was trying to down her sister, saying how she sleep around. I'm sure she does the same thing. And that's probably the reason why she don't want to say it was somebody else, because she probably really don't know, to be honest, you know. But anyway, I just want to say, keep up the good work. You guys are doing an awesome job.
Thank you. Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate that.
No problem.
All right. Enjoy the rest of the show. Yeah, that is some good points. First, let me say thank y'all so much for the love that y'all are showing. Blessing, my Cash App game. I definitely appreciate y'all. Mwah, the biggest, wettest, softest kiss right in the mouth. I don't want your cheek. I'm kissing you in the mouth, not the mouth. The mouth. Okay, and you can't do nothing about it. Okay, I run this. I run shit. So to piggyback off of the callers, a lot of good points, a lot of good. People be watching. People see it, and that's one of the good things about the phone line as well. Like, people don't, like to be seen in the chat. People don't hit panels. It's all kind of stigmas on that, not to be funny, but people have this thing about panels, but on their phone can block their number and call and get their shit all the way off. So it was a lot of things said. Like I was trying to finish about with the whole Josh making the statement about him being in the same spot. Well, like I said, that's just another one of those things that people say where it can be left up to your, to your determination. It's just like saying good luck. Good luck. To the typical person that don't know what's going on, looking at you say good luck at the end of something, they might really think you're being sincere and genuine with saying good luck. But for the people that do know and inside the house know exactly what's going on, they know that there's some smart, slick shit, right? So it's another tactic. It's another very intentional statement being made by saying spot. They don't really specify what spot is. Spot could be that bald spot in the top of his head. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be left up to the individual what the same spot is. So I didn't take that, she was trying to lie without lying. Because he know that we all watched CB be excited. We all watched her, basically make the transition and what it looked like when they started it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he didn't really lie about it, but he didn't tell the truth. You get what I'm saying? It's I don't know what you would call it. A half story, like much of what y'all are saying is going on, what we've been reviewing. So anyways, I do remember the story about the tea girl in the liquor store. This was around that time when it was about Smurf and another red flag, quote unquote, going in the liquor store and a tea girl saying, and him telling her to get the tea girl, and remember we talked about this. We was like, what straight man, is going to turn around after a tea girl, tell him something or flirt with him or something and tell you to get her? What straight men do that? Like, what? And now, in hindsight, to me, that was recreating or creating a story that would help support what was to come. Or it could have been, All of that went to add to how he ended up. Ultimately, those stories were to support how he ended up being the one that had transmitted this. That's all that was. So we're going to just keep listening. We're going to keep watching. And we're going to keep reviewing. And they can continue to, try to smear my name in these spaces where, it's allowed. In these spaces where people don't have no questioning. They're just here for the story because they don't have to question. I understand the space that we in, but I also understand this too. Just because you say it over and over again, don't make it the truth. What will stand all the way to the end is the truth. It don't need no support. It's going to stand alone. We're going to continue to get through the review. I'm going to continue to do it with integrity. The only way I know how to handle it. And then on Friday, we will definitely open up the panel for the discussion of everything that we will know upon completion of the book. that concludes our third part of Still Her book review. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us. I hope that you all have enjoyed the show. If you did, just let it reflect the likes. Okay, hit the like button on your way out the door. And thank y'all so much again for joining us. Meet us back here tomorrow at around about the same time. And we're going to go on and get through the book. We're going to go on, tidy this up, child. And then we're going to get back to our regular scheduled program. I mean, considering that nothing else happens that makes us have to, go off script. We don't mind a little detour. Sometimes it's necessary. All right, I'm about to start a third poll. And it is just the same question from the start. Did you enjoy today's show? Okay. Vote on your way out the door. Let me know. And this will let me know if we're going to, keep this in rotation. Who knows? Once a month, we'll pick a book and go through and review it. I mean, it's going to have to be something kind of like this because, God, if I was able to stretch 15 chapters out over a week, Lord knows what 15, they said 3 pages, chat. If I was able to stretch this out to a week, we'll be here all year for one of them real books, one of them real autobiographies, okay? I'm just saying, did you enjoy today's? Y'all know how I am with this multitasking shit as it relates to this shit here. Let me do it. All right, did you enjoy today's show? Vote on your way out the door, y'all. I'm going to let y'all get the fuck on, okay? Get into somebody else's business. They said we all up in through CB's business. And I said, they're about right. And that's fair. You're right, we are. But she didn't mind. That's what I would have to assume. I have to assume that she didn't mind. And that's how we are able to be here talking about her business. Again, I mean, I'm enjoying the show, the read, to be honest. I'm enjoying the read. Whether if I believed it all to be true or not, I know how to separate. I'm great at compartmentalizing. So I know how to take a good story and just take that story. And then when it comes time for me to put the story with the picture, I could do that. When it comes time to separate and just go on the picture, I can do that. Yeah. So again, I'm enjoying it. Again, I'm going to let y'all go. I hope y'all enjoyed today's show. It is hump day. So it's getting a little more busy as we get closer to the weekend. Y'all be careful out there. Be careful. If you're in a cold city and state, stay warm, okay? And stay true. Stay true. It's much easier to just be true to who you are. You don't need much memory when you're telling the truth. The truth ain't going to change. Okay? And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Go enjoy the rest of y'all's day. And in case nobody told you that they love you, I love you. Now, ain't shit you can do about that. Want it or not. Let me see how many people here before they try to escape. So for the 285 people that's still listening, like me or not, you got my love. You got my love. Honey? Yeah. All right, y'all.